Old 77 Podcast. Hey, bitches.
Thank you for listening to the Old 77 Podcast. Hey, what's up?
Hey. They're doing a special deluxe edition of Stevie Nicks' Belladonna.
Ooh, that's a good album,
So
too.
that's kind of cool. And then...
You know she was a witch?
Yeah. Dude,
She was.
No.
She was in witchcraft. She was a Wiccan.
Oh, yeah.
She shrank some dude's dick.
What?
It was me.
We're on this my dick. Really?
I got a baby dick now. I got a baby dick.
Don't cross Stevie Nicks.
No.
God, imagine what Don Henley's looking like these days.
Who are you? Turn it up, let it blast. Hey, bitches. This is Old 77 Podcast.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world. Impressive.
Warning. Foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
You motorboating son of a bitch, you old sailor, you.
Join our Patreon Clubhouse today. Clubhouse members get early access to episodes and exclusive after-hours content at patreon.com/theold77podcast.
Yeah, boy.
Thanks for listening.
How much time do we have?
Enough time to 69.
We are back in the friendly confines of the Old 77 studio in Jefferson City, Missouri. This is the Old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world. That's never going to get old, I'm sorry.
We got a few guests tonight, boys.
We got a few guests.
We got a busy old show going on here.
Boy,
do.
it's the biggest show I think we've ever done at one table. Just say it.
Yeah,
This is like the Last Supper.
for sure. I know, like, which
And
one
Jett
of us...
And Jett's like Jesus Christ.
I was
over
going to
there.
say, which one of us is Jesus?
High praise.
Jett doesn't know it, but we're all about to betray
Can I
him.
be
I'll
Saint
try
Peter?
to live up to that.
Yeah.
Can I be
Good luck.
Saint Peter? I want to be that Lazarus guy. He
I
was
don't
all
know.
right.
There's a certain movie going on right now. In movie
Yeah,
theaters.
I can't remember. What is
You
it?
guys see our last episode?
Oh, man, it's
That was episode 100.
Heck yeah.
100. Yeah.
That was
We
a
were
great
at the
episode.
premiere of the Soul Graffiti.
Yes.
That's right.
By the way, very good.
Yeah, we watched it again today.
All of you, and
Yes.
pat on the back to the Old 77.
We were all in the movie.
We were
Everybody
it
in this room was in the
three
movie.
times in the movie.
So, just if you haven't seen the movie yet, spoiler alert in this one. We're
Yeah,
probably
heavy-
going to talk about
Dude,
it.
heavy spoilers.
Heavy spoilers ahead. Just saying.
Good.
You know, you
good
may
with
want to
it.
jump to the cool down because we'll be really drunk by then. We've got
Yes.
Tulmadur on the or Tulmadoo, I'm sorry, on the table. And a
Tulmadoo.
little
Some rye.
Tulmadoo and a little bit of rye here, some pre-prohibition.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, we are drinking heavily tonight, boys.
Lots of green on the table tonight.
There
I
sure
noticed.
is.
Let's
yeah.
get some proper introductions.
Introductions.
So we bring in
Ladies
from Worthy
first.
Pictures.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
So we have Miss Serena Stockwell.
Serena,
Welcome to the show,
Welcome to the
Serena.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Don't be afraid of that
I'll
microphone.
say grab the mic, get
Don't
her
be
up
afraid
close
of that
there, yeah.
microphone.
There you go.
Yeah, you can chill out back. There
You can
go.
say whatever you want. This is a podcast.
Yeah,
There's
no.
no FCC fines here.
That's
so
right.
we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you won't
fuck
get in
those
trouble.
guys. Fuck those guys. Yeah, it's all cool.
Fuck the
First
FCC.
time guest on the show, Mr. Maurice Jones.
There you go.
Mo.
Known as Mo, known
Hey,
as Dub I.Z,
Dub
known
I.Z
as
and
Wisdom.
Hizzy.
Also
Am I missing
known-
any monikers?
Yes, you are.
Now
Also known as a Patreon patron.
That's right,
true,
that
yes.
too.
Thank you very much,
So
Mo. We
thank you for
appreciate
that, brother.
Thank you, brother. Get close to that mic. Don't be afraid of that mic.
There you
Yes,
go. There you go.
yes,
Make
yes.
love. Make love to that. thing, you know what I mean?
I mean, don't deep throat it or anything.
Okay.
But
Mo is also in the film.
People pay good money for
Very
that shit.
white. Very white.
And we also happen to have the producer slash director slash writer slash God,
The
what else,
vision.
man? Jett Ainsworth.
he's the guy that brought
Hiya.
the donut.
Back on the show again.
Yeah.
Jett is the Adam. He's,
donut guy.
he's the Adam Sandler of Mid Missouri.
So let's see, Jett, you were with us.
Well, it's because he has all the. He always invites
What a
his
bastard.
friends.
Buddies, yeah, man.
Yeah.
yeah, like people that I can kick it with, are people that I want to kick it with on a movie set, and then I
Right.
need cameras there to record it,
Yeah.
and then we put it out.
Yeah.
And that's basically like you guys.
I know what you're talking, man.
yeah.
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 That's the best way shit is filmed. I was
Yeah, it
listening
is.
to some interview the other day with somebody that was on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about the process of being on the show, and they were like, okay, so I guess it's time for me to read the script, right? And Larry David was like, no, there's no script,
There's
bro.
no script.
You just show up. And that I think a lot of that happened with this movie.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of
Most
improv, a lot of
definitely.
stuff made up right on the spot.
Most definitely, man. I mean, at the end of the day, the actor has to be the vessel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I kind of put the gas in the tank.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm not the driver.
Right. I feel the same way about teaching music to other people. Like,
I was gonna say, man, did you get a script for the stuff that we filmed? Because
No,
I don't remember that.
I have one, but
now to be fair, I'm going to say this just in case people don't know. Yes, there was a script.
Yes,
it
there
was
was.
rather long, actually, way too long of a script. Serena got it in her email.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was like 190 kilobytes. Of,
Jesus, that's a big old
it
script.
It was too big.
Yeah.
It was way too big. And yeah, man, like there's actually a script, but
yeah,
that's kind of where it ends because the
Yeah.
script always mutates.
Sure.
And then once you go off the script, you get on set. All of a sudden, you got to change the script that day.
Right. It's
And
all
then-
connected.
And then it mutates again. And so by the time you see the film, like you guys just saw the film,
Yeah.
you see what it
Yeah,
ends
and
up
it
being.
becomes like this-
it's still a script, but it's not at
It's
all.
quite a bit different
It
than,
becomes
than
this,
what
like-
I read,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
a year ago
For
or however
sure,
long
man.
it's
And
been.
after it's all like made, this thing becomes like a living being, dude. It's like I watched it today, and I'm trying to think of how you organize that many people on every single weekend.
well,
Yeah.
It gives me anxiety.
No stress. No
I thought,
stress at all.
I thought
Sure.
putting,
It
I
always
thought
works
putting,
out.
Feel free to pop that out if you want, man. Yeah.
I thought putting a men's softball team together every Tuesday was a lot of work.
right.
It is.
I just can't
And it
imagine
is.
like
It is.
8 months of shooting a movie and then, worrying about the sound and people showing up, being punctual.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
everyone like doing their part to make it good.
Right.
Because it took everybody.
Yeah.
Like everyone did a really good job in their characters.
Yeah, I think that's probably the first thing I want to talk about is what did you guys think of the movie? Because the last couple of months, it's kind of been us just talking about wait till you see the movie.
Wait till you see the
Wait till you
movie.
see- now you guys have seen the movie, and
Dude, I thought it was hilarious.
And as a former like local radio
yeah.
guy, I can relate to a lot.
There
of
was
that
a
stuff.
lot of that
Yeah.
stuff I related to.
Because I was cracking up. Like Scott and I were like laughing our asses off in the back, and no one else was laughing.
Right.
Like, I get it. Like
Yeah.
I know who that guy is.
You've
like
been there. You know that guy.
Like Junior is Bob Rowe.
Right, there
He's
it is.
Fucking,
He's Bobula.
dude, he's Bobby. Bobby
Blah.
had fucking translucent skin. He would float around in the hallways.
Hello,
He would be the
man.
nicest guy to your face, and then he'd be the scumbag, like trying to fucking deal you, dude.
Hey, give me,
Everybody's known one of those guys.
He was the shadiest dude I ever.
hey Matt, give me a little
fucking
Bobula.
knew. Hello, Matt. How are you? I come to suck your fun. I love the imaging. You do great on middays. Rock 102. Goodbye now. I have no penis.
Damn.
Oh wow.
Man, he ducked
He was
out
probably like a
quick.
Ken doll or something.
God damn, Matt. We need
Had
to
like
get
a
you. We
bump
need to
down
get
there.
you on film, bro.
Right?
I mean, we got you on film, but
Yeah. I was
you need
there.
to be a lead.
I was the one who made out with Nikki.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, we made out in a closet. She just forgot about me.
so you guys got to see it over the weekend. I definitely want to know what you guys thought about sitting and watching a thing happen and then seeing yourself pop up
It's a little surreal.
into the thing.
Yeah, it was all a little surreal for me, and I'm sure, like for you, it's probably very, very hard to like, try to disattach yourself from it and
yeah.
look at it from like a third-person point of view because
Yeah.
it's been your baby for so long.
Yeah, you know all the flaws in the
yeah.
baby.
Well, my
You know,
jam
you
in your
love it,
baby
but yeah.
was all the art. I loved Dave. I loved your little subtle like stabs. I was like, oh, I can hear the Jordan in that. You know,
The strings.
Right.
Yeah.
I've hung out
Oh,
with Dave
yeah.
long
Great
enough.
music, yeah.
I've
Thanks,
played
man.
music with Dave long enough to where I
Yeah.
can tell it's Dave, and I'm like, oh, that is so good. Oh, well done, Dave.
He is great. Dave
Thank you,
Jordan.
guys.
You did great.
You know, and then
on the
there's
film
this
score.
guy, Maurice comes
Jones, Dub
rolling
I.Z.
up in.
Dude,
You were like
Dub
the
I.Z.
positive guy
What's
in
up,
the movie.
Dub?
You're like, hey guys, I got fired,
Yeah.
but I'm still cool.
I was I was talking to Scott
Totally
before,
awesome, man.
before
Totally
you guys all
When
got
you
here.
got fired, it hurt. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
I
I
got
felt your
fired
pain.
like
yeah,
that too.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you know what they say? You're not in radio fully until you're.
Till you get fired.
Till
Been fired
can,
from every
yeah.
radio
Or,
job.
or
so,
get
yeah.
fired by the star.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Yeah.
really what happened.
Right, yeah.
No, dude,
Yeah.
I thought you were great in the film, man. Like,
Fantastic.
Appreciate that.
yeah, funny. The camera likes you, bro.
That's what I heard.
yeah,
I've
you seem
heard
very
that a
calm.
lot.
It does,
I've
man.
heard that
You
a
did
lot.
great. You did a
Yeah,
great
I've heard
job.
that a
Yeah.
lot.
Serena, your character. You know, you look like the Unabomber right now, right?
Twilene.
I love like
Twilene.
at one point you're like just sitting there holding your smoke, right? And that thing has got like 4 inches of ash on it. I lost my mind.
Oh my god, I had to keep lighting up that day. Like,
Yeah, I bet you probably smoked a lot of cigarettes
I felt
that
like
day.
I was gonna be sick. I was like, oh shit.
Were you inhaling the whole time?
Yeah, I mean, I was giving it my all.
You got you're a method actor,
Yes.
in other words,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
You got to inhale. That's right.
So do you stay in character when you're on set, like kind of like Daniel Day-Lewis does, like? Because people say it's freaky when he does that.
Yeah.
But do you find yourself like when you went into this role, like as an actor, actress? Sorry.
That's the best part.
Yes.
Do you go in like and do some research on your character or how you want your character
Yeah.
to be like portrayed?
Yeah, like what's
Do you
your
know what I mean?
preparation? What
Like,
do you do to
that?
prepare?
How do you
Well,
prepare yourself or something like that?
I'll read it, and then sometimes I don't trust what I read, so I'll ask Jett. Like,
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
how do
though.
you see your character? Because really, it's his work.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the job.
Right.
But if I was allowed to like create my own characters and just go wild, like
Right.
that's the best part.
Yeah. Did you get to do a little bit of that with this film?
Well, I sat there one night and he was like, "Let's go over like accents." And so, you know, I put
That's
myself
awesome.
over there like I tried.
You had quite an accent in the movie.
Well, we landed on that one, but I started out with we tried British
yeah.
Nice.
and you know, just whatever.
Yeah.
I
the
could
Unabomber,
Just
governor.
spitballing it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you landed on like
That's
southern,
funny.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was like a very southern, like if you go far enough south in Missouri,
It's
that's
like
what
Boot
people
Hill,
sound
right?
like.
Like a Boot Hill.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we actually have a clip of Serena
Do
in
we have
action
it
as
here?
well.
Yeah.
Do we?
Do we have a pull up, Scott?
I don't have any.
we
No,
did.
no.
We did earlier.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay.
But
Thanks, David
we'll get it.
Letterman.
We'll get it later.
But yeah, her accent is so like it seems so specific, and I never I never asked her this, but yeah, when we were sitting and talking about costume and all those different things, and we were just having a blast. I remember that specifically. Like we were just trying to one up each other with like, oh, what if she's wearing, you know, whatever.
Right.
And so when we kind of landed where we landed, it was still a surprise to me that day.
Yeah.
Because I know what we had discussed, but I hadn't seen a photo. And then she walked in the getup.
He wanted it
and
to
I
be
was like,
wild.
yeah.
He was just like maybe an oversized shirt that looked like it don't fit.
Yeah.
I came with.
The hair was.
You had like a big flannel shirt
I
on,
loved
right?
that.
I had a big flannel shirt,
Yeah.
a big oversized white shirt, my Timbs, and TikTok pants. Like
Nice.
TikTok
yoga
pants?
weights for no one. Yeah. You
No,
know.
not the TikTok pants.
How does a pair of pants officially qualify to be TikTok
Yeah,
pants?
how's that going?
What's the criteria?
I just thought that's what they were called.
Are we talking about like this social media app TikTok, or is this a
just
thing that's been
TikTok.
around since before the app?
It's like
Sidebar conversation. I
Yeah,
think.
they're
Now
ju-
you're confusing me.
they're just
All right, let's not go
Fair
down
enough,
that avenue
fair
right
enough,
there.
yeah.
the ones that fit in all the right places. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
They make
I
you
don't
very
know.
shapely. Like
There you go.
every.
All right.
Okay.
But I was trying to be unshapely.
Yeah.
And I brought a
Oh,
few different
okay.
wigs in, and I just pretty much came in the hotel room and was like, which one? You
Yeah.
know, like he was
Right.
like, and he picked the craziest one. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
That thing was amazing
No, it was fantastic.
because it fit your whole outfit. And I was
Right?
and the outfit, like every day that passed, I'm like, Scott, she's got the same outfit.
That's exactly. We were sitting there. I was like, wait a minute.
Was she not shower? I mean, what's going on?
I
here?
asked the same thing. I was like, okay, so I'm always gonna show up with this outfit on, like,
Yeah.
so am I just like?
It works out though because you're like this chick's.
They're
You
they're
just
only
have closets
Yeah.
full of that outfit.
honestly
Like
Mark
Herman?
Zuckerberg.
they're
You
only
found
two.
what works
Or
for
Ernest
you.
World?
I'm sorry, brother. You found what works for you, and you roll with it.
Oh, for sure, yeah. There are only two characters in the whole film that wear the same costume throughout. I mean,
Right.
it's a choice. It's so that whenever they pop on screen,
I know who the second one
Yeah,
is.
the other one is Randy the Cowboy.
Yeah,
Oh,
goody.
I
He
love
wears
Randy the
literally
Cowboy.
the same shorts, boots, hat, the whole thing.
Same tattoos.
Yep.
The same tats. Yeah, we don't change the tats later.
I love that you don't change the tattoos.
But yeah, I thought it was
a
so.
lesser movie would have.
You're right.
I thought it was so important that when Serena had her scenes, that her look was consistent every day because it showed like repetition and not only Ben Cross's meaningless life now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
become meaningless, but also maybe Twilene isn't necessarily super happy. You know, it's almost like symbolism of sorts.
I just
you know?
love that her
Sure.
name is Twilene,
Stuck in a
by
cycle.
the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
We landed on Twileen. It started out as Warwick.
Warwick?
No last name, just Warwick.
That's just as good.
Warwick's
I
a
know,
good
I
name.
like
That's
that.
pretty
awesome.
bitchin' though. I'm not
I
gonna
know,
lie.
right?
Is
Oh,
Twileen
you'd
a
been
real
Warwick?
name? Are there
Yeah.
other
I
people
feel like
in the
that's
world that are named
I feel like
Twileen?
Warwick is a race
Well,
of
of
warrior
course,
midgets,
it's
though.
a
You
real
know?
I think I met about 2 or 3.
Right?
Warwick Davis from the
Exactly what I was thinking. Yes, Warwick Davis.
Yeah. Another
Willow.
thing I love
Yeah,
about the
Willow.
movie.
Willow.
Another thing I love about
Oh,
the
yeah.
movie is when Danielle and Kyle's characters, they transform like throughout the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Danielle is her, you know, Nikki Bliss.
Oh my God, Nikki Bliss.
She's a real hard like egg, you know, when she
Yeah,
first starts
sure.
out. But then like, you
She's a
know,
party
Kyle's
chick.
character Ben, he kind of like softens her, and then he gives her like organizational stuff. Like she
Yeah.
couldn't like just simply put their dirty dishes in her
Right.
her dishwasher,
Right.
She was just like a slob, right?
Oh man.
So here he comes, and he's like showing her the way, and he can be nice and bring out popcorn to her. You know what I mean? She's like, you know what?
Right.
One person can make a difference in my life. And that's what happened. The thing about the movie is you never see those two really romantically get together.
Sure.
Yeah, that was good.
It's just
yeah,
like
yeah.
at the end you kind of assume that they're going to go away
Yeah.
to vacation to do it.
The
You know
scene
what I
with the
mean?
popcorn is so iconic.
They're
When
gonna
they
what?
both put their feet
They're
up
gonna
at
what?
the same exact
Wild
time.
radio person sex.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is nothing.
Wild
I mean,
radio
wow.
person sex.
I don't know what that means.
I never had any
Wild
wild
radio.
radio person sex.
Anyway, that was part of my pregame right there. I was
Yeah, Wild Radio.
yeah.
yeah. I thought the Ben and Nikki characters, man. That's kind of. I think we all see those dynamics of personality
Yeah.
in ourselves. Like it's the good angel, bad angel, man. It's
No, absolutely.
And I thought that what Danielle Brower and Kyle Lathan did individually, I know it was intentional.
It's
The
like an
choices that
opposites
they made.
attract type thing
Yeah.
with those two
Yeah,
characters.
It really
right?
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like magnetized, but they're also
Yeah.
what happens when you flip magnets and they actually repel each other.
Yeah.
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 I was hoping to see a
yeah.
side story of Twileen hooking up with somebody, you know.
Like
Right.
Goody
Oh,
himself.
yeah.
Right? Like
The,
Goody. Oh, that
Forget
would have
to
been
come to the door.
fantastic.
Okay, so that
Randy
reminds
Ben.
me.
Twileen and Randy. That's the next movie.
might
Jet,
be.
do you have a whole hard drive
Right?
full of outtakes from this film?
Yeah, man. I mean, I want to say we have
Part 2.
almost 70 hours of footage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you, I'm sure you
lot.
guys have some funny shit in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
I'm
lot.
I
a
bet,
ton. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I know you're not busy right now. You should compile all the funny shit from the stuff that you
Well,
didn't put in the film.
I will.
and-
I will say there's a digital release coming out in a couple
Oh,
months. That's
awesome.
going to include a lot of special features,
Oh, there you go.
including some old '77 stuff.
Oh,
Sweet.
And
Happy
yeah,
to provide.
it's going to be kind of cool. We're going to have some behind the scenes. We're going to have
Awesome.
some commentary
Cool.
from different actors throughout. And
Blooper reel.
Cool. That'll
Yeah.
that gives everybody
Yeah,
a
it's
little
gotta
something,
be.
something to look forward to.
for sure.
there.
Yeah.
And you get the movie too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool.
Beautiful.
Did he tell you that the day we shot in the hotel that the hotel manager come down there and started to get upset because he thought we were shooting a porn?
Yes. Yes. I did hear
He did
that.
tell us that, yeah.
I did
tell
hear
us
that.
Did not know that one. That's awesome.
I wasn't even mad. I was more offended.
Right.
It was
You're
so
a filmmaker
offensive.
at
It's
that
like,
Not
point,
only
right?
that,
how
the door,
dare you, sir?
the door is wide open and there's like 5 people. I mean, like that's how Twileen gets down. Door wide open, 5 people standing in
Nice.
the room.
Dude.
That's funny.
The music.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he knew that we were shooting a movie. I mean, I covered the bases. I didn't really want to get into detail what we were shooting because it's none of his business.
Yeah.
But yeah, he popped over after about an hour and a half into the shoot and was just like, "What are you doing?"
Hey, y'all need an extra?
Right.
Well, we're shooting that movie, and he's like, "What kind of movie?"
Right.
I was like,
Oh well, he came an hour later, so he didn't care really.
No,
if
he's
you were
been
shooting
watching.
Porn.
Yeah, he's been observing.
Yeah,
He's
he
been
didn't
scoping.
Yeah, there's maybe only
Oh,
2
wow.
or 3.
That's why he
people
put you in the
motel.
hidden. Yeah, that's why he put you in that suite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we say where was the motel?
I
Can
don't
we say
remember
that?
the name.
Was
of
it
It's
budget?
okay. It's okay.
Budget
It's-
place right there on.
Yeah.
Bloodstains on the sheets
Right.
from the previous movie
I
that shot there.
I love
Yeah.
the part where like when Ben's like he's getting like cashed out on the hotel.
Yeah.
And then she's like the manager's like, "Oh, by the way, there was an extra charge." Oh wait, no, Nikki's like, "What's the extra charge?"
Yeah,
And it's like
oh my
just stains
God.
everywhere. Like there's some white substance everywhere.
Was that ad lib?
Congealed.
Yes,
Congealed, right.
Congealed was the, yeah, that's right.
No, you know
Congealed.
that's one of the few scenes, man, where they just went line to line, like they
Fuck, that's worse than moist.
There are
yeah.
There are a handful of scenes where, like Serena's certainly that type of an actress where she's really great with just learning the dialogue and understanding the scene and having things to bring to it. Maurice, it's almost like his talent and his ability is to get the gist of what we're doing and then do it in a way that I am not capable of writing.
It's like
there's only one Maurice Jones, and I can't write for Maurice Jones. It's like someone writing for Tupac. It's like, no, Tupac writes for Tupac.
Well, Maurice, how did you approach that character?
It came to a certain moment. I was one of the casting calls that he broke down basically like what he was really telling me is I was like, it was me overall from the radio, from everything. And how I approached it is I just brought my authentic self, you know, because I've been through it all. I've been through the downs. I've been through the ups. I've been through the laughter. You know, a lot of people here know that, of course. And it was just one of the greatest things. It's kind of like, take an analogy of like Michael Jordan going from Dean Smith to like Doug Collins to Phil Jackson.
There's a huge,
huge difference. It was kind of a weird thing, but one thing I loved about Jett that I've been knowing since I've been knowing him.
About 8 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while. My God, and
really,
he's very tough lovish. Like
tough
he ain't
love.
really like it wasn't really he didn't really give me too much shit. It's just like, you know, even being at work and I could be and let's say I'm on time, he would say, well, Mike would have been here 10 minutes ago. So it made me work very hard, you know, even from the first movie, working at the radio, doing the rehearsals and everything. And I always just like put me in it. You know, I always make sure anything that I do, I put myself in this story. Because I've seen it, it's very relatable, you know. Being in radio, being in just life, you know, period. You know, when you're happy about one thing, but then something sideswipe you. That's a normal day. That's not just a regular. That's not just a radio life thing. You know,
there were so many relatable radio characters.
Absolutely. And I saw every single one of them, like in reality. Like
we were back there naming them off.
Scott and I were like, I saw that guy.
Like Matt just did. He was like, that was Bobula. Like I was like, that's Brian fucking Talley.
There were so many people that I mean, and also like the dysfunctional family relationship that you have in a radio station amongst programmers because you know, when someone's about to get fired, this was there was always something in the air. You're always like,
you knew it.
You knew something was hovering, something was ominous.
The vibe was wrong.
The vibe was wrong.
Any of us could be gone tomorrow.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, what is going to happen? And then like all of a sudden, and it usually happens around like when the quarter ends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There was a line in
the movie. Do we make enough money? Do we need another salesperson?
Yes.
Like in the movie.
That was the line in the movie that got me, man. It was like, well, I got to let 2 people go so I can hire another salesperson. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
It's usually
man.
Crazy.
Programming always.
We can
you
have
called
Nikki
that
do
like
that.
months ago on the show, or you got. I remember months ago I was on here and Francis was talking about how pissed he was the way it used to be with the programming side versus the radio sales side. And sales, all they wanted to do was sell, like sell their souls,
right?
And they didn't care about what was on the air. And all the programming side cared about was their stupid little show. With none of it pays, none
of it pays.
It was
bills,
a war,
right?
man.
Yeah.
It was like. And it was sniping, but you
like
had to work together.
And especially like when you're creative and you're like the production director, where that was my position in both my local radio jobs. And like like radio production is kind of an art, you know, it's like audio art.
It's not kind of, it is.
And when
it is
good,
and when you find that it's not
make art.
When it's not being respected is when you feel like you just start getting jaded.
Right, you take it personal.
Yeah, you really do, and that's what programmers do. We take programming, the logs. We take it personal. We take production, imaging, all that stuff.
Yeah,
we take it personal. Like promotions, I never really got into promotions. So
you put 3 or 4 hours into a 30-second promo, and you're proud of it, and you really took a long time to decide on the music. In fact, you probably had a totally different music bed, and then all of a sudden, like
last minute you
last minute
downloaded
you're like, I
something.
can't do it. I can't do this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go with something else,
And
and you're proud.
Yeah,
and if they don't care,
absolutely.
you know,
unless it's a quick turnaround. But like in local
Right.
radio, if you have a project that you can work on, like a spot or a couple spots, you can really put some time into it. Where my position now is, I got to turn and burn.
Yeah.
But as far as like that, it's
turn and burn.
I do miss like
my ass is still on
I do
fire.
miss that creative side of things, and when your spot like is on the air, and you like whether it's you or not on it, you still produce the whole thing.
Right.
It's kind of like a record label and an artist. The artist wants to be the unbridled artist, and the record label's like, "Yo, we need some hits, bro."
Yeah, you came to me wanting to make money, so how are you going to help me do this for us?
So there's always that battle between the people that want the money and the people that just want to be artists.
If the salesman didn't have anything, creative and artsy to sell, then you wouldn't have anything, and vice versa. If you didn't have anything creative, they wouldn't have anything to sell.
It's the yin and the yang.
Come together, boys.
Right.
Just be nice.
Yes.
I think something that too is relatable is, so far there have been a lot of former radio folks that have come to see this thing, and there are a lot of former salespeople, and almost everyone on the planet Earth that's an adult at some point has dipped their toe into sales of some sort,
right?
Whether it's retail or M&M stuff, all that, or MLM stuff, all that, different kinds of sales.
Sure.
And so I'm sure that there was some relatability there too, where salespeople come, salespeople go.
Yeah.
The interview is not always about how good you are. Sometimes it's just how much are you going to cost.
Especially when you sleep with one, you're like, and you start like a romantic relationship. That gets really messy.
Gets a little sticky,
Not
doesn't
that
it?
I know about.
Gets a little sticky.
I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not. It's not.
Ixnay.
I did.
I'm not going to say any names, but down in Florida,
Is there skirts involved?
Oh no!
I did love those sales girls, man.
I dated this girl for like a month.
Yeah.
And she was in sales. Yeah. She was brand new to radio sales.
Oh, so she was
once we
super young, super hot.
It was like, it didn't last too long. It was like a month we went out.
So she was smart.
So then when we broke up, she was like, I called her a cunt, by the way.
Oh, that girl.
She was drunk. She was drunk one night, and I was still at the radio station. I think she was at an early remote. And then she said, "Did that spot come in yet?" I'm like, "I'm not your fucking babysitter for this spot. Like, it's your job to get this spot into me and make the deadline. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking pull it." And so I pulled it, and then the spot came in at like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, "I'm not going into the fucking station at 8 o'clock at night to put on a spot for you, some fucking bar on the Destin Harbor. No, I'm not fucking doing that."
Hey, man.
So she started writing all these long texts and just insulting me, like how I'm an idiot, and I have like an intelligence of a 3-year-old. Like, I was so fucking mad I could punch this chick. And I don't hit, dude. I don't whip.
Lady of the night.
I'm not a fucking.
You're not a
violent guy.
Yeah.
That's the most Philadelphia radio
although you
story
will
I've ever heard in my life. That's so
wall.
Philly, dude.
I kept those texts.
I never kicked anything.
I kept those text messages. This is when we had flip phones. I mean, Christ, we're going back
the razors.
We're going back like 16
Do you still
years.
have those?
We're going back 16 years.
Yeah, we should post those.
Dude, I showed our operations manager. I'm like, "Look what she wrote, dude. Like, there's a whole like 3 paragraphs of she's just
insane rambling.
Me.
Can we all read it now, or is it like in IRL?
No, that's gone. I mean,
it's long gone. It's not gone. It's never gone.
I don't even know what fucking phone plan I had back then.
It's probably a Motorola Razor.
Some bullshit. But
you were that guy with
like
a jet ski with a Motorola Razor.
Dude, things became complicated. The point is, things became complicated between her and I. After we split. She wanted me off all of these commercials that like.
Whoa!
Wow! I was like, "Fuck you."
That is so petty, man.
And then 2 months later, this is like right after my 2-year anniversary there. They canned me, and she was gone already. And this dude, I'm not gonna say his full name, but the OM's like, "Hey man, because I was at a concert thing on the Destin Harbor. And there was like fucking like hundreds of people there, and people were drunk, having like sex in the water and shit. Like, I seen it. Like, people were.
At least they were in the water.
And I was like,
right.
"How's everyone fucking doing tonight?" And everyone's like, so I get to the radio station Monday morning, like, why'd you drop the F-bomb in front of all those people and all the sponsors? I'm like, because there's people having sex in the water. Right. And you're worried about me dropping an F-bomb on stage? Are you fucking kidding me? What is this, the fucking Pilgrims or some shit? The Puritans?
But those people died from dysentery. You know that, right?
Motherfuckers. Like, she got, like, algae in her vagina,
You know what?
and you're
That's
worried
why
about me fucking.
That's why I don't do
saying the
water,
F-bomb.
man. Fish fucking.
Dude, that was the most lopsided fucking radio station. You know what? Fuck you to Quantum Corporation.
Quantum's not even around anymore.
We're all
What are their
Midwestern.
names again?
We're all
Yeah.
Midwestern radio
I met
guys,
some
right?
great people down there. I met some of my best
Yeah, yeah.
friends in that cluster. But man, there were some fucking dysfunctional, snaky fucks down there.
That is so Philly. Like us Midwesterners, our radio experience when we get mad at salespeople is like, so I wrote this really long email and then I deleted it and then I just sent, okay, we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice working with you.
Like you guys have drama. People are losing jobs.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
You
wow.
are a very nice person.
Dude, there was this one guy. His name was Corey, and he was this big. He was like this. He was like Grimace from fucking McDonald's restaurant.
Oh no.
Love me
He was
some
like the big
Grimace.
purple Grimace. Like we called him Grimace behind his back. So one day he like got mad at something I did in the production studio.
Yeah, my
And
sales story is way different.
He went down the hallway and he was bitching to the general sales manager about me. And I walked by the office and I heard my name. So I busted in there. I know he was talking shit. I'm
my
like,
God.
if you got something to fucking say it to my face, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if you're like 3 times bigger than me.
And he's like, yeah, you keep calling me fucking Grimace.
Is that what it was?
No, like.
Hey, man,
It
it's
was,
Grimace. I'm
it
here
was.
to eat like 5 Big Macs
Hey,
and 3
Grimace.
large
Hey,
fries. Give me a 20-piece McNugget too, bitch, with some extra barbecue sauce.
Are you still working there, Grimace?
I don't know what happened to those people, and you know what? I wished them well. But at the time, I fucking
Except
hated
Grimace.
everybody there. I used to like fucking email my old production director up in Philly. I'm like, these guys are a bunch of fucking hacks, dude. He's like, stay strong.
Spoken like a true radio friend, man.
But this movie, man, gave me so much enjoyment with all the characters and how radio stations are run and how it's so dysfunctional.
Oh, the look of the grime of
it
this
was
radio
amazing.
station,
Right.
man, reminded me of mine.
Yeah,
like
and
we were
yeah.
a 50,000 watt station, smack dab in the middle of Illinois, in the middle of a cornfield. We were the highest power at the time in Illinois. And
Where at in Illinois?
right in the middle, South Central. So it would be right off of Interstate 55 at Litchfield, between there and Hillsborough.
Okay.
What I love about that KOPN
It looked
place,
just like that.
oh, yeah, is that place is 50 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 50 years of DJs.
Yeah.
50 years of listeners, 50 years of this is a great new talk show, this is a
Yeah.
great new song.
It's
50.
It's
Like,
funny when you guys panned across into their vinyl vault.
Right.
And that was a massive
stuff that will never get played again.
Right,
You
no.
did a great job with that.
I think Matt was the guy like, man, you imagine the smell in there? And
Yeah.
all I could think of was termites.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
our vinyl vault got infested with termites because we were in the middle of nowhere and we lost so much of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it was so sad to throw like an original copy of The Doors, like, you know,
Man.
some of
That
their,
makes me
their
sad.
early stuff.
would.
Just
God,
throwing that
what-
stuff
yeah.
away.
I would fucking cry if I
Oh, it
saw some
hurt.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Like an original copy of the Beatles Revolver, and it was a private edition that only stations
State radio
got.
stations got, promo.
Yeah,
I
they
got
had all
some
the promo stuff. Play it, say it, all
Right.
that.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I have
great.
so many CDs. That was my era. So many CDs that are just radio station CDs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
They're
all
in
have
boxes, man. I mean, it would literally be every week. Every record label is sending you singles, sending you full
Yeah.
albums, and so I have almost like an entire catalog of a bunch of artists just because they just kept sending them
to radio stations.
and
yeah.
it's not our
Yeah.
format. Like we're a country station, but we're still getting like this new thing from the Foo Fighters,
Right, yeah.
You know, and we don't play it, so my Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I
Yeah.
like it was the pictures that you showed in the movie. Like that was very historical. Like very at the end when they was showing the pictures of all the old
Oh, the sad
you know,
part.
yeah, that was like one of the most awesome parts to me when I seen that and how you would like breaking it down because it was right around the brisk of or the edge of like we're actually losing the radio station.
Yeah.
And it showed all these amazing
The history.
pictures
All
of,
that
like,
history,
the
the
tradition.
heritage.
And I'm a
Oh, I
historian
love that.
because my
Yeah.
granddad.
It's
that was
bigger
one of the
than
most
one
beautiful
person.
things.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
one of the most
Yeah.
beautiful things. Because it was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, this is a pure landmark, and it's showing you why it's a landmark. You know, these people smiling and happy. And
Oh yeah.
and we can actually lose this place. But one thing that I liked about in the movie, it just showed how we just didn't give up no matter what. Because we still kept the story. We still kept the movement going. Even when Junior was being a fucking dick, we still kept this shit going, and that's what made me really love.
He's successful
this movie.
now, though, man.
Yeah, he's successful. But I'm the program director, and I was running everything in there bad boy later on, so I enjoyed that.
I was really hoping like he ran a success. Okay, so again, spoiler alert, heavy spoiler here. This is the end. But I was hoping like he owns a successful string of like sporting goods stores. ... and was hit by a moving bus. Fuck that guy. I didn't want him to be successful.
The thought was in my head. The thought was in my head, but also a thought that was in my head is, what if we need to make like a series after this based on this? Like, so there are a lot of things that we kind of left
so you set
nebulous.
Some stuff up. Oh, nice.
Yeah, like
we continue.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
If need, like not
do
if
a nice
need be, but
shared
if,
universe.
Leave it
if
open.
it's wanted.
Yeah,
you
leave
know,
it
if
open.
people like this enough and they want another thing, whatever form that comes in. It's going to be kind of nice to go places. That's why we dated it. I don't know if you noticed, but it was
I also
dated
noticed you
April.
had the temperature on there.
I like
as well.
I like that.
Time
That
and
was
temp.
actually
That's
I like
a radio
that.
joke.
I actually really like
Time
that.
and temp. It was not necessary for anyone in the audience except radio people.
Are you
just so
talking about
know.
63?
I ain't gonna lie. A couple times I looked at my phone like, is that the radio? Is it 75 degrees?
I was like, shit, it's warm.
Does every city have a time and temp?
Warm today.
Because like Jeff City,
yeah.
636-2121. That was time and temp in Jeff City from the time I was a
But the
wee
joke
young lad.
in radio is every hour, every
Quarter hour.
For mine, it was every 15 minutes.
Yeah, every quarter.
You got to tell them the temp.
Time and temp.
The time and temp is in there. The date was April of 2019. We also had a little 2020 reference in there.
Yeah.
So you were pre-COVID at least.
If there's a thing that we do to follow up, it's going to happen in 2020.
Nice.
In this universe.
Yeah,
so,
because like 2020 is it's gonna be so dope, bro.
So what if what if they exactly?
2021's gonna be even better, bro.
I mean, it can't get much worse.
Much worse.
It no longer does extended stays.
Right. Get more extended stays.
Get your quarantine on, boy.
Yeah, like there's a lot that can happen. Like they just saved the radio station, and then the pandemic hits.
Yeah.
Right.
And
good call.
You have to vacate the entire building. No one's allowed, but they got to keep the radio station alive.
Yeah.
I was
and
just go ahead.
we have so many radio people in this area.
Oh yeah.
That's literally what they did, and they have all kinds of stories of like, like I had to record stuff and send it over to some national place, and then they would send it over to the radio station and play it. And
I was just
crazy.
thinking we're gonna have to
weird.
spend the rest of our lives watching movies that happened during COVID, like period pieces.
Well,
We're going to be seeing motherfuckers with masks on their faces.
You're going to see artists and directors, definitely, they came out of it.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed since then, and there's a lot of silver linings as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a
A
few
lot
silver
hasn't
linings.
changed, though. If you look at all the old pictures of when influenza was out, like
Right.
they're all on the train station with
Yeah.
masks
Yeah,
and
dude.
the whole
Yeah.
nine. Like it's just repeat.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
it
Every
is.
100 years or so.
Yep.
Right.
So they say.
It was, man.
We take a quick break, guys?
Let's take a quick
Let's
break.
do that, but before we do that, let's thank our Patreon
That's right.
patrons.
Yeah, Biscuit
Dub
Strength.
I.Z.
Oh, sorry.
Biscuit
There we
Strength.
go.
Dub I.Z, who is in the building
In studio.
tonight.
Chess Team Records actually made sure that we got that together for
we
that Patreon.
always
Yes,
Thank
it's
you,
one of the
Chess
most
Team
beautiful
Records.
things. It's one of the most beautiful things, I love this, from just being in this small circle, not knowing what's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, with
Yeah.
your life and the people that you meet. So when you hear these many stories of how great people get where they at, it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely,
Yes,
man.
sir.
We
Yes,
also
sir.
want to
Dub I.Z,
thank
yes.
We also want to thank JT and the Paranormal Son
Ole from Auckland, New Zealand.
and the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
That's right.
JCPS.
Not the public school system.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
just
no.
saying.
Fuck those guys.
These guys investigate ghosts, not teach our children.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Let's take a break, y'all.
Yeah.
See you on the flip.
We'll see you after this.
Yes. Yes.
In the Groove, Vinyl Records and More has the widest variety of new and used music, carrying new and reissued vinyl, used CDs and cassette tapes. In business for over 20 years, offering the best variety and service we possibly can. In the year 2000, we started out as a little hole in the wall, and now In the Groove is a full-service record shop with thousands of records to choose from. Buying rock, jazz, R&B, soul, and blues records, 33s, 45s, and 78s. We also buy CDs and cassette tapes. We've been buying and selling since 2000. In the Groove Groove is a one-stop shop for records, stereo equipment, CDs, and other fun oddities. 708 Jefferson Street, Jefferson City, Missouri. Give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook. In the Groove, vinyl, records, and more.
Welcome back to the old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe I can already tell this segment is going to be...
Oh, yeah, this could be a fun one, man.
It's going to be a shit show.
So we were having a lot of fun off mic.
So we finished a couple bottles, just saying. I threw one away.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The party is at the old 77 tonight, for
That's
sure.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. So, how's everything going, guys?
Things are great.
You having a good night?
I was sipping on some Irish whiskey.
Yeah, the rye?
Yeah, that was presented.
Right, yeah.
Delicious.
I believe Shannon Flanagan drinks that scotch.
Oh,
That's right.
It's
Oh,
made,
yeah.
It's
I warned
made
Mo
in
about that.
Flanaganville.
It's
I
made
warned
in
you, bro.
Cork.
Be careful with that stuff. It will
Yeah.
kick your ass.
Like, yeah, we told the story off air of Dave tapping out with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Totally.
First time I've ever quit mid-show.
Yeah, he's never had a submission in his entire career.
I'm proud
Till
of myself
then.
for taking that long.
You're
right?
like,
Right?
Yeah,
You
what
know?
were you, like 94 and 0?
90 something, yeah, 93.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
came
Yeah.
in like on episode 5.
Wow, that
Okay.
sounds like Jett actually knows which episode
Holy
this was.
shit,
He's
Jett.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Like
Nailing-
our first
nailing
episode
it
sounds
down.
nothing like what we have now.
It was
like
much more polished.
I feel like we're just a bunch of like Boy Scouts on there, like afraid to say like what we really.
Oh, the
wanna
very
say.
first
Yeah,
one?
a
Oh my
little
god,
bit.
it was fucking terrible.
Like,
A little bit.
We
It
didn't
was
know-
much more polished as far as the production goes.
Yeah,
The-
I like the
there was-
production now.
There was music. I mean, it wasn't like live to tape.
Everything
like
is
we do
just-
now, basically.
Everything matches our identity
Yeah.
for the podcast,
Yeah.
including our guest tonight.
Our guests
Yeah,
tonight in the studio, Mr. Jett Ainsworth, Miss Serena Stockwell, and Dub I.Z.
Okay, this is really went south so far.
It's going well
It's
so
going
far.
great, yeah.
Delayed
It's
reaction.
going well.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, Jett, what is now what is now next for the Soul Graffiti?
Well, we're going to do another weekend. So
Yeah.
tomorrow night, Saturday night. I shouldn't say tomorrow night, but doing another weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then in May, on May 8th, it's Mother's Day. We're doing the Soul Graffiti one night only at the Ragtag
Oh,
Cinema
nice.
in
Columbia,
Columbia.
right.
Right
Yeah.
on, dude.
That'll be cool, man.
I've been to a movie premiere with you at the Ragtag Cinema.
Yeah.
Me
Oh
too.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
The
right.
dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
that's right.
that was the
The Dell.
film that I shot on a cell phone. The entire thing was
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
shot on a cell phone.
That's
and
crazy
You
as
two
fuck.
were amazing
We
in
got
it.
to
It's
improv. I liked
hilarious.
that.
And
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
fun, man.
I have
Yeah.
a good story about the dash. So Jett actually
Yeah.
gave me. He was like, "Hey man, we got this little, like movie thing we're working." I got no context, no nothing, and it's totally shot like y'all are best friends and stuff. And at the end
In,
of
like,
it, I
3
was like,
days.
"Oh my god, this really happened to him. Oh my god!" And then I saw Dave hitting on a chick. I think it was like Danielle actually. It was Danielle. He was like, "I'm trying to get laid here." I was like, "Oh, this is definitely not real."
Thank you.
The suspension
Damn.
of disbelief
Right.
is completely broken.
Oh no,
He's like,
that's not
that
happening.
That
doesn't-
one's still my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
It really is because the group we had, Josh and everybody, like, I really loved it. And we hung out, like, within, 3-4 days? I don't know, but we, like, knocked it out. And you really couldn't tell that we hadn't known each other for years.
You're right.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
we
Yeah.
shot
Yeah.
it. We
Yeah,
shot it
right.
in 3 or 4 days. It was kind of a mockumentary of sorts, so it was made to feel like
Yeah.
this character is just recording all of his best friends.
Yeah.
and it kind of goes through their highs and their lows, and then a tragedy happens amongst the friends. And it's an interesting
Yeah, I think there's something.
attempt
I think
at
that's
a film for
there's
sure.
something to that. I mean, like as far as movies go, like obviously you make movies, but like to every project you have, people are different, groups are different, and there's a dynamic to each group, and I think that goes a long way, man.
I appreciate that. I know Serena and Maurice and Dave and Scott, they've all been on multiple projects. So you guys have had different crews.
Yeah.
You've worked with different casts, that you're still friends with,
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I think
man.
the closer the relationship you have with all your castmates, you're gonna have a better movie. It's gonna
Honestly,
speak throughout the movie.
For sure.
Dave and I think, really became friends because of working on projects with you guys.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing.
Like the
That's
concert.
amazing.
Yeah. Concert.
Yeah, we were a band together.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, hold on here. Wait a minute.
Awesome. It was awesome.
That was a great time, by the way. I was there for that.
Yeah, that was the night that A&R rep was there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
he was the guy that found Phil
Kim?
Collins, right?
Yeah, Phil
He
Collins,
signed Phil.
Maroon 5.
Yeah.
Also, he had
found a lot of good ones.
It was a story that he was the one that gave, that made sure that what Birdman was talking about,
Gave him
to
herpes?
get his first, right. I think he did get him herpes, but he also got him $100 million from Universal.
It's a decent trade-off,
that
right?
was-
Herpes,
He
100 grand.
told that story.
No,
Yeah, he was the
for
one
life.
with
No.
everything. That
They got
Birdman
medication
talked
for
about.
herpes, right?
It
They got
always
medication
comes
for
back,
that.
God damn it.
Matchbox 20 was
Even
another
though he got
one that
$100 million,
that
I
he
don't know if he got
discovered.
enough money for it.
Right.
Hold on, let me Google herpes medication real
Oh,
quick.
here we go. Dave, don't bother, Dave. Come on.
But do it on Francis's phone.
Yeah, right.
Sarah's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you looking at this shit for?"
viruses.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I was looking it up for Dave.
I'll tell you what. If one of you guys mirror your screen, we could see it.
Dude, I had a friend once whose wife found condoms in his like truck glove compartment, and he tried to blame it on me. He was like, "Oh, they're Dave's condoms." Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who once found a condom in his wife.
Well, how are you still alive?
And his wife?
Yeah, dude was still attached to it.
Damn.
Dave, how are you still
Right.
alive?
That's gross.
It was terrible.
How you still alive from that?
It was terrible. He chased him down the road
wife
with a ball
looks
bat.
crazy.
Dude was buck naked.
Jesus.
All he
What are
had
you
on
gonna
was
do?
his socks and a grin, man.
Oh,
he
hey.
was fucking running down the road.
Speaking of being buck naked, Scott, we heard you had a interesting incident.
So last week we told the story of the fire where we had this big fire. For those of you who don't know, so we have this really old fence between me and my neighbors, and we always joke that it's so old. Oh, well, we had a big planter, and we dropped the bottom on it. It's still dropped, actually. We had all these leaves raked up against this old fence. Why that was a great idea, I don't know. But then we decided to have a campfire too. So we made that. Everything was fine. It worked great on Saturday night. The next morning it got windy. My boy was outside. He caught it on fire. The leaves caught on fire. The neighbor's fence caught on fire. It melted their siding on their house. It was everywhere, man. And my boy comes running in, freaking his ass off. He says, "Fire, fire!" And he just, "Help, I need that." And he runs out. He's done this before. That's the problem.
Crying wolf.
Yeah, he'll come in and be like, "Oh, there's aliens attacking! Help! Come on!" And and I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm like, "Oh, whatever." So I had just gotten out of the shower. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was sexy time, so I was fixing to go say hi.
Hell no.
I was gonna give her the old helicopter.
Right.
Right. So we're rolling up in there, and then he comes, and I'm, I better put my pants on. So I throw my underdrawers on. Like I said, just got out of the shower. Roll outside, I hit the door, I open it up, and it's a fucking wall of fire, dude. It looks like Vietnam out there. There's smoke rolling, dudes are rolling around on the ground. My boy's freaking out.
It's like Beirut.
Right. Well, after all of this, we told the whole story. The fire department comes, all of that. After this, my neighbor shows me a whole video of it.
Yes.
And I was telling you guys that when he said this, I was in my drawers. I ran outside. I was trying to untangle the hose when a neighbor shows up and goes, "Hey, man, you all right?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You need help?" "Yes, please." "All right, dude, I got this. Go in the house and get dressed."
Yeah. There's a 50% chance of there's a 50% chance of your Johnson just exiting your fucking boxers.
No, nothing. I got boxer briefs on, man. It's the best of both worlds. It's the support with the freedom.
It's the balls.
It's the
that has
most
the ball
American
support,
fucking pair of underwear I've ever owned. I love it.
Oh, nice.
So any hoodles.
Do we get to watch the video now?
We have
I
video.
heard you had it up.
I'm so looking forward to watching
So
this.
here it is. So there's my girl coming running around. This is on their side of the house, and the other side of the fence. That's the flame shooting.
Katie's all nonchalant.
Right?
Okay,
Katie,
now she's
my
running
kids
a little
have
bit.
these little cups, like
Here's
water
Scott
glasses.
with his underwear.
Oh my
I'm on the phone
God.
with 911 right now.
Holy
So right
shit.
at that moment, my
Yeah,
neighbor
you are. Look
had
at that.
my neighbor
Oh,
had
no,
these
man.
road flares and a safety kit.
Well, he's
next
got a
to
cup
it.
of water, dude.
Yeah, they're throwing cups of water on it. Have you guys ever seen
This is
Harlem
totally
Nights?
gonna put out.
Yeah.
I always liken
Great
that
movie.
to that scene in Harlem Nights where they're shooting at Eddie Murphy with machine guns.
Yes.
These two guys got Tommy machine guns just
This one guy shoots
laying
a gun.
into him.
You know
Don't
what's
shoot that little
Here's
shit in
Scott.
the wall.
Yeah, the third
I'm
guy.
gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Pow, pow.
what I'm noticing that's really interesting about this is that I'm sure now you have like 2 or 3 backup plans for if this ever happens again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now
you have like
absolutely.
3 plans. Like, how do we stop a fire if it's here?
Yes.
How do we stop a fire if it's here?
Hello.
Hey, Scott and Matt, you guys know basically this exact same shit happened to me like less than a year ago.
Yes, I know.
You didn't have 2 out of the 3 people.
Look at Scott just like, oh no.
This
You did
is
not
classic.
have to. So I'm on the phone. I'm throwing water. Boom! That thing
my
blows
God,
up. Oh
dude.
God! Let's get out of here.
He's like, no, I said 2.
Here comes my boy.
I said 2.
Pat.
8 ounces.
Stop throwing that little motherfucker.
You're just making it
Don't throw
mad.
that little motherfucker no more.
He's like cheese only on the first.
8 ounces of water is gonna stop that shit.
Oh yeah.
4 cheese on the second.
Now, meanwhile, let me just. So this is just a section of it, right?
Oh my
There's
God.
like 12 more feet of fence that's burning at this
That's
point.
nuts,
That's
dude.
awful.
No footage of
That's
that.
nuts.
No,
How
no.
did it-
So this is just a small
so
portion
this is
of
just
what's
his,
actually
yeah,
on fire.
So this is just
Yo.
his driveway camera.
Okay, but how did it start?
So it started on a little campfire off to the side, and it was windy, and my boy had gotten the fire started again. I had it burnt down all night long to this little bitty coal, right? He came out the next morning, like 8 o'clock in the morning, true Boy Scout boy.
Started it right back up.
Loaded her back up,
yeah.
fire caught it, boom, and it was way windier than it was the night before.
Fucking bare feet and all.
Oh,
man.
yeah, yeah.
No slippers or
No.
Totally out in the line.
You got to pay
Woke
attention
you
to
up.
those.
Yeah, what
no,
other
no burn
podcast is going to let
advisory
himself
things.
just keep playing on repeat here
Yeah.
in his
Yes.
draws? You're welcome,
This is
old
awesome.
77ers.
Yeah,
You're
you all are welcome.
This is awesome.
That would just
Some
like
prime
fuck up.
grade.
I'm sure you'll
entertainment.
be able to find this video, by the way, on the Instagram page.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally,
Spotify.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Yeah, my
Hashtag
neighbor
fire.
had the entire thing, so it was great. He's like, "What time did you notice?" And I was like, "Well, you know," and I started telling him. And he shows me the video, and you can see, like, it's really nice, peaceful, serene outside, you know. Then all of a sudden, you see a little bit of whiffs of smoke
Nice.
coming.
Oh my God.
Then, boom, here comes my boy, hauling
Yikes.
ass right across to knock
I'm
on the
gonna throw
door.
water.
I mean, look
Dad,
at that
I
fire
promise
right
you.
there. That's a
Yeah,
blaze, dude.
it goes like from bad to. It feels
Oh,
like it goes from bad to
all from a
worse.
little
So he
cold.
had an aluminum ladder that was up against the fence, and it just melted the ladder.
Yikes!
Yeah, and his
Like,
si-
it looked like spaghetti. It just melted.
That's some serious shit, though.
Right, it got hot. It melted their siding.
Yeah.
The security camera that we're watching here, it melted it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So,
some serious shit right
and
there.
afterwards, they told us that right on the other side of that wall right there is their gas stove. And it's a gas line that runs down the wall and across the entire length of the bottom of the house to the other side of the house where their meter is. So had that thing caught that wall on fire,
Yeah, man.
that whole house would have went.
I'll tell you what, though, your ass looks really good.
Thank you, man. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
you know.
Good. Hey, who are you wearing in this video?
I believe I'm wearing Fruit of the Loom.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
okay, we're all we're all music people. What song would you put to this video?
The Benny Hill
Yes.
theme.
Yes.
We all agree
Yes.
on that? Good. We all agree on that. Okay, hey guys.
This will definitely work.
You guys all know what the Mandela effect is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Fruit of the Loom.
Yes.
It's the logo. It's got fruit, right? And then like there's like a cornucopia behind it, right?
No.
Yes.
Not anymore.
Anybody
Yeah.
else care to weigh in?
I only know
Serena?
because I wear them.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't know
It
any.
is.
I know.
Regardless, where were you
I
going
don't
with it?
like Hanes.
So- Right.
I'm strictly
Most of us, myself
Fruit of the
included,
Loom.
have a memory of the Fruit of the Loom logo having a cornucopia
Yeah.
behind it. But there never was a cornucopia.
Man, sad.
Never happened.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Where's the video? Where's the video at?
Hold on.
Fucking legend.
Did I just blow your all's minds a little bit?
A little bit.
No. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna start it
Oh
over.
my
Ready?
god.
Here we go.
See, the best part is you can see my neighbors at the end stopping. That was the dude who was like, "You need help?
Yes.
Go get dressed."
Go get dressed, son. You look like a pansy.
You know what? It will
Get
work
your
so
ass
much better
inside.
if
Get
you
some
do it fast.
clothes on.
This music goes like perfect with
It,
this.
no,
Great
it'll
job,
be
great
so much
job
better.
to our producer Matt Francis over here.
Yes, he was awesome.
A true
with that.
radio morning show producer. If I
If
ever
y'all
saw
sped,
one right
if
there.
you sped this up, it will work so much better.
I need
Yeah, we
the Allen
should speed it
Iverson
up.
practice. I need the Allen Iverson practice clip now.
Oh man.
Let me get it. Hold on.
Oh man,
Who's
it's
the guy
awesome.
who's the guy that does that for Rogan?
Oh,
Young Jamie.
Young
Young
Jamie.
Jamie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got it pulled up.
How much?
Why do you keep asking?
How much do you guys think young Jamie makes? How much money do you think young Jamie makes to pull shit up on the laptop for Joe Rogan?
Yeah. I bet he was making about 40,000, 40 to 50, and in the last, probably since the deal was signed.
Yeah, and then Joe made $100 million.
Yeah,
and now
he's making six figures.
And that's his boy too.
Yes.
Because he moved to Texas with Joe.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, he did.
Austin.
Didn't he?
That was kind of hilarious how everybody was trying to get leave Spotify because of what Joe wrote.
Oh, I know, it's so dumb.
Or leave.
And it was taken out of context.
It was hilarious.
You know what? Like when Joe came out and apologized, his apology was sincere.
Absolutely.
And everything in it was real. Like yes, and as a white dude, yes, 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 and yes. Like you, as a white guy, we can't fucking say that shit. That's just it's off limits, man.
I like Joe because he will have anybody with any opinion on his show, as long as they're intelligent and they know some things.
Mm-hmm. But when he
won't have me on because he's a coward.
Well, same here, brother.
Yeah, but you're gonna hit him with the hard questions, Jett.
But unlike most media places that just completely shun 50% of the population,
calling you out, Joe.
He'll have anybody on his show, and I think he genuinely does try to come to the most educated conclusion on things. And it's crazy that people are so mad at him just for talking.
Well, it's the people who don't listen to him.
Right.
Well,
right.
Yes, exactly.
It's the haters.
It's not even just Joe Rogan. I mean, this is how we treat everybody.
Yes.
This is how we treat everybody every day.
Yes,
so
correct.
It's more like not so much why is everyone picking on Joe Rogan.
Sure. Why is everybody picking on everybody?
Yeah, why do we just pick on
It goes
people?
back to Twitter, man, because Twitter is such a...
why is everybody so sensitive?
Well, that's a big thing,
but
too.
But also,
absolutely.
Twitter is it's a fucking cesspool of negativity.
Agree.
Because they don't even know you. I mean, you can even have an avatar and they're like calling you a piece of shit.
It's very emotional.
Family and your
very emotional.
Twitter's your childhood
it's
playground.
Horrible. It's not even the real world, but
only now you don't have to worry about getting smacked in the mouth.
Right.
And people get so hot-headed. Like you're arguing with someone across the world. Like who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
You might be arguing with a bot. You don't even know.
It could be a bot. Yeah.
Everybody can hide behind that keyboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Coward and say whatever they want because they're all too scared to take a good old ass.
Brings out the worst in humanity.
Super
but at the same time, when those
pussies.
good old fashioned ass whippings are like between a 42-year-old bald man jerking off in the basement and a 9-year-old Russian Supergirl.
Well, I'll just throw this out there.
Just saying.
Will Smith and Chris Rock. That was kind of that moment where it happened, where it was like, okay, we saw it. And then a lot of us were just like, oh, we saw that.
Like, what just happened?
That didn't look as good as it looked in my head.
It was like a scary
like my head
joke
was saying,
at
that's
first.
what
It
you
wasn't
do.
until he
That's
sat
what you
down and started cussing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody was like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit. What's wrong with Will
it
Smith?
just got more and more
Everybody
got
thought
weird.
that was a skit.
like awkward for everybody. But that aside, it's kind of that energy, where you're not sure and how you feel about it until you see it.
Well,
and then you're like, oh.
I feel like he was definitely laughing at that joke.
He was
and then
laughing
Jada
at
gave
joke
him
until
the stink
Jada
eye.
gave him that look. Yeah.
Jada gave him the stink eye, and
that's
then,
why he went out
he
there,
did his thing.
Yeah, I think at this point we all know what happened. Like it's been broken down more than the JFK assassination.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We don't need to break it down
We know what
again.
happened. It's just we just decide
guys
what
They
part-
showed an angle with her
Yeah,
laughing at
part
when she
we
slapped him.
You don't need to hit people over words.
Yeah,
like, he's a
but
comedian,
there's an
like,
angle
get
where
over
you
it.
see Janet, where you see Jada actually laughing.
Dude,
after she slapped him, then she
That's
goes
like
on.
was off
Then
the
she
side
goes
on
on
the
social
grassy
media.
knoll.
Right. Then she goes on social media
According
and
to
then
the
say,
Zapruder theory.
"I had nothing. I thought it was wrong for him to slap him, but so you keep throwing your husband under the bus."
Yeah, see,
Like,
sometimes
what's
I think
going
it's
on?
better to not react.
Thank you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Jada,
So the way I see it is, if she's so
been all right, just
sensitive
not say
about
anything.
if she's so sensitive about her bald head, wear a fucking weave.
You know what I think
know
it
what?
was
That's
all
smart.
about?
Why not just wear a fucking wig?
Oh,
wear
yeah.
a wig if you don't. Wear something pink on your head or like blue or some kind of like cool like fucking rainbow colored like wig. Like be cool about it. Be stylish. Like if you're so sensitive about your hair being shaved and someone willing to take a shot at you because they called you G.I. Jane, fucking wear a wig. Don't be so sensitive like she just said. Don't be so sensitive.
Right.
I think they
You're in
had
the public eye, dude. If you think something's gonna happen to you negatively,
Yeah.
avoid it. Do something. Be proactive and wear a fucking wig.
I think they had something going on beforehand. There's been years of those guys, right?
You think so?
No, because what happened was Chris Rock when he was
he always
hosting,
calls her out. Like every time he hosts,
he calls,
right?
He hosts,
always calls. I mean, he calls every. He's got a select few.
He called them both.
He calls his friends out, right?
Yeah,
so he probably did something like that. He's probably pissed her off in the past.
Hey, just for the
you
record,
guys saw the video that they shot for.
Well, they were married, so I'm sure they pissed each other off a plenty.
He told her. He said he was like, "You're not being." He was like, "You're not being."
But they shot a video beforehand and posted it social media, like, "We're gonna, shake things up tonight." So they knew no matter what, this was really Will's last chance at probably getting an Oscar. So he was gonna go out with a bang, man. And the moment that happened, she was like, we got the red table. We can do that. Why don't we promote that? Everybody be talking about it. Let's go do it. So when the moment came, she gave him the nod, and he went up and made a scene, open-handed, because that's not assault,
Except it is.
It's not. It's not assault and battery. Then how about that? Because open-handed means something different in terms of law. I know
but
that.
now you
I don't
can't
know
even
what
say
it
words
is.
without getting arrested for hate crime.
Right.
So.
Is that from like the 1700s? Like,
probably.
I will slap you down. Blah 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 blah.
I
There
said
we go.
good day.
Now we have to sword fight outside.
And you must use our wieners.
No, I want to take my gloves off one time and slap somebody across the face with him like they do on Weatherman. He takes his gloves off and just hits him.
So we call ourselves Neanderthals.
They totally went out and did it all.
Yeah, we call ourselves Neanderthals, but back in the 1700s, they were having duels.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
you could kill them
they
shooting at each other.
Yeah,
our fucking presidents were having.
Lin-Manuel Miranda literally did an entire show about a duel.
Could you imagine though? Like
they just killed each other.
That's socially acceptable to have a duel. Like,
yeah,
dude, you were looking at my wife. Well, so what? She's hot. Let's have a fucking duel.
All
right, go outside.
So what?
I guess boy, that's a ballsy 1700s dude, right?
I'll see you at dawn.
Both of these guys,
he would of course
are
be
packing.
French.
Both of these guys are packing heat. We have a rule where you have to walk 17 steps from each other and then turn around, and whoever first shoots and someone gets injured, then it's over.
Men were way ballsier back
But that's
then.
fucking crazy.
No,
right?
they were stupid. It was just stupid.
Like, how primitive is that?
There's a difference between ballsy and stupid, but it's a fine line.
So I love when people are like, it's getting bad. It's getting so
I
bad.
honestly
I'm
think
like,
the farther we get from that mentality, the better off, like, as a society.
You're right.
Like, we'll just get along better.
But that's greater than being macho.
But it's like a pendulum.
For sure.
That's greater than being macho.
Serena's 100% right. Because you don't see anybody conquering another country. Like, Russia's not shoving people in like a bull and setting it on fire.
Right.
They're not shoving pokers up their ass. I mean, they're just gassing them,
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm
But
just saying.
Like people were so hardcore back in the 1700s.
Running tanks over them and shit.
They were super hardcore. Like, women just like had children in the backyard and shit. Like, they're just like, hey, they're like having a kid next to a fucking cow who's
#fuck Putin.
He's eating out the fucking trough.
Is that a good hashtag? I think it'd
I'm
be
sorry,
awesome.
Matt. Please continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I derailed.
We went from the 1700s to the Putin.
Putin.
From the Putin. I said
Putin.
I am so team. I'm so hashtag team Zelensky.
Sorry, dude.
But that's wild that people did that though back in the day.
Oh,
man.
fuck yeah.
Like, let's fucking shoot at each other.
Yeah, we had all kinds of weird ways of solving problems, like our medicine.
Oh my god!
My gosh, like
That's
we
the sickest
really
shit.
did the practical thing. Like we didn't think much beyond skin, bone, and blood.
Yeah, if you
muscle.
look at the hospital museum,
We're like,
they've got
chop it off.
the
Chop
sickest
it off.
tools.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh, yeah.
sickest
You'd be
tools
better
for
off
simple
without it.
shit.
Goodness
Well,
gracious.
what's the old story about the Civil War surgeon who, like, his mortality rate was like, I don't know, like 90%? Everyone he basically operated on, and there was one of them that he cut the dude's leg off so fast. He also severed like 4 fingers of the guy who was holding his leg, and on that backswing, like, went into another dude's leg and severed his femoral artery. So like he killed 4 people in one swipe. It was like, this dude was horrible.
That's pretty good.
Was he
Four
But
with one?
he was known for being like lightning fast on amputations.
So it says here
he's in the Hall of Fame for the other side. Then
Yeah,
It says here
practicing the dark arts over there. Yeah.
he's got a statue someplace.
Absolutely.
Amputations were done by cutting off the limb quickly. A circular cut sawing motion to keep the patient from dying of shock and pain.
It's like pulling a Band-Aid off. It's better if you just do it all at once, right?
Yeah.
They said remarkably the resulting of death was not even by like blood loss.
Infection.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was probably sepsis.
The slow.
It was so bad
sick,
back then.
What was the
sickly
number one
way to
cause
go.
of death in
Man.
World War I, Scotty?
Wasn't it sepsis?
It was
diarrhea.
Wasn't it?
Dysentery. I was going to say.
Dysentery.
I'd say war.
No, I think it was literally diarrhea.
Was war the number one cause?
The diarrhea is from dysentery.
Could be. Yeah.
The number one cause of death would be Germans, Dave.
But dude.
Damn.
Not in world. Well, okay.
That.
Never mind.
We are come here to play with the soccer on the Christmas day with you.
I'm gonna Google that shit.
And now we will kill you tomorrow.
I gotta Google this shit now.
You would like it though. Smile.
Smile and
But
play
dude, that's
goalie.
where
Smile when you die.
And the 1917-18 influenza thing broke out. That was the Spanish flu. Spanish flu, dude. That shit was from World War I. All those troops brought that shit home, and it spread everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was so weird. It's so funny because 100 years from now, we're going to be looked at as primitive.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how, I mean, okay, well, like in the film, for instance, where in this radio station that's 50 years old, and for us, we look at it as, wow, vinyl. How about that? That's cute.
Now look at that vinyl vault.
And they thought it was cool.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah.
That's adorable. And yeah, like in 100 years, man, like our electronics, all of this is just going to look so
Oh, look at that. They carry it
silly.
around in their pocket. It's not in the palm of their hand when they're born. What?
It might as well be steam powered. You know, the next they'll look at it like, what is that?
I think
oh,
there's
you
a
plug it
trickle
in?
effect. It does like.
Oh, absolutely.
It start like with ties, like they start out wider and bigger, and then it gets smaller. Then the bigger one is better, and then remember the tiny little MP3 player. And
I do remember that. Yeah.
What were the one? The Apple One. They were so small.
This
it had
shit
one
holds,
button.
dude. This shit holds 300 songs.
What about the Microsoft Zune? You remember the Zune?
You know what
I do
made
remember
the Zune?
Yeah.
I was a Zune user. Actually.
Not me. I never.
I fell into the marketing.
The reason, yes,
the marketing got
because
me.
it was geared towards radio people. It had a radio receiver.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
You can
that.
pick your favorite radio stations up too. Hey, you can hear some shitty commercials.
Scott, I think I was telling you off air. We've got a one of those Oculus VR sets at our house right now, and I've been fucking with that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's
dope.
Pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, right? And that's like step one. Like
Dude, I was playing.
They managed to make it practical, so people can buy it, use it. Consumers can buy it and use it.
Absolutely,
and it's relatively believable.
I was
10
playing
years from now, that's what Meta is. It's like it's gonna all put us there.
Well, it's
not me. Fuck that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Fuck that. I agree.
Yeah,
you'll be there.
Yes,
I'm excited for 3D printing.
Yes and no. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like Farmville. It's like
That'll
we're
be
basically
cool.
being turned into Farmville.
Think about how
So
many things
we're
will
going to be able
be
to
obsolete for
buy
that.
things.
Dave, what were you gonna say?
What were we talking about? I forgot.
The whole like ocular stuff.
Oh
the
yeah, I was
Oculus.
playing.
Yeah,
I was
Oculus.
playing a
Yeah.
fighter jet game.
Oculus, sorry.
I was playing like a fighter jet game, and like at a certain point, I had to just take my headset off because I was like getting nauseous. Like,
Dude,
it tricked my brain into thinking that that's what I was
And
doing.
the anxiety is real
I
too.
got-
You're
Yeah,
like,
and I
okay,
was like,
I need
fuck,
to get out of
why
it.
would I
I need
ever
to get
want
out
to
of
do
heavy and
this? Like,
shit.
why
In
would I ever
20
do this to
years, the
myself?
Oasis will
Looking around like
open.
fuck.
Dude,
So,
I got.
so you know what I do
Out
now?
loud.
I play the bowling game.
There you go.
I play the bowling game.
That's perfect.
That's
Yeah.
my shit.
So
Yeah.
I got a follow up
Yeah.
just to his. Like I played the Oculus at my brother-in-law's house.
Yeah.
And so I get on it, and they have this like haunted house thing. I don't know what it was. It was like zombies and like.
Oh,
like,
get the shit out of
with
here.
like black eye little children and shit.
Oh no.
Like
that's
so,
scary.
I go. So the game basically, you go into this haunted mansion and you're exploring and stuff, and like you like grab a flashlight. So the one it's like so real. Like I'm pushing it. I'm like, holy shit! It's like a flashlight. So I'm going through this and it's it's super scary, dude. And I'm like I'm a bitch when it comes to like horror movies. Like, I'm a little bitch.
Yeah.
As you know, like Nikki Bliss said, I'm certainly a little bitch. Yeah, Scott, I did a little flash to this shit.
And we put a little steak
So I'm
on
going
it.
through this house, right?
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law's like, you got to watch out here. There's going to be a little girl who's going to run around. I'm like doing the whole like 360 spin. I'm like, I'm in this fucking house.
Little did she know
And
Matt
I just
was the little
smoked with
girl
Gary
running
downstairs.
Away.
I'm like,
Oh,
high
yeah,
as shit.
dude.
I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah.
you went in baked?
Dude,
So
if
I-
you smoke weed
No.
before you do that
Oh,
shit.
so I keep
oh,
getting
boy.
deeper and deeper into this house, and this little girl runs by, dude, and I'm like, holy shit! And so like another thing happens, this bookshelf like collapses, and the lights go off, and it's pitch black in this Oculus world. Yeah. And then the lights turn on, and it's like shaking, and this little boy standing in front of me with like these black eyes, and I'm like. And I just take it off. I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
Can't do
I
it,
I had
yeah.
hair sticking up on the back of my neck. I'm not kidding, dude.
I'm
I
serious. Yeah, I
fucking
agree.
pushed
What's the
out.
name of this game?
You know, there's some guy in California going, "How can we get him to put his dick in this thing now?"
Oculus,
you know?
Like you're searching around a haunted house looking for
meta
like
porn.
certain things. Well, that's probably cool. But
That'll be coming, man.
Dude, I got my.
Want to bang your favorite porn star?
Same here. Same here.
Gonna look like real people.
I had to quit. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can bowl a 200.
Take your goggles off, and it's like an auto jerk.
Because your brain's like,
what the fuck is that?
Your brain's confused.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you're
especially for our generation. It's like I'm in this world, but I'm not, and especially if you're on some kind of like enhancer.
I feel like your brain
is
not designed to get tricked into thinking you're dying over and over again.
No, it's not.
Like
it's not conditioned to, because we can condition our brain to be whatever. That's why this generation that's literally 3 to 7 years old. Yeah. Well, your daughter,
my kids,
like in that, your kids, they're gonna be basically seeing this as normal.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
electronics by the time they're 13 and getting into high school age, is going to be so much more advanced.
Yeah,
they're gonna be reckless because they think they can power back up. They got more lives.
Right, and they're going to wonder why. They're just like our generation did. They're going to wonder why our generation is messing things up.
Oh my God, things were so much easiasier back then.
Like we're gonna be, if we're not
Right,
careful,
right.
we're gonna become those people.
Dude, we're gonna become
circle of life.
We're gonna become the movie Ready Player One, dude.
Yeah, that's
I like
dude.
I said that earlier. The Oasis is going to open in 20 years,
That's
and
all,
no one will want to be in the real.
Right.
Dude, after
I could see that happening.
After spending
for sure.
like 2 or 3 days with that VR thing, I can definitely see how it would be very easy
think
for
about
people to go down that route.
You can be the real you in VR.
Oh,
you know?
sure. I was gonna say like, or you can be a more successful you in VR. Like, how many people do you think are really unhappy in their lives,
in their
but
regular
on
lives.
Farmville, they're freaking smashing
They're the
it.
shit.
They're smashing.
Until they take the goggles
and all
off.
it costs is like a few bucks to get.
Well, that's why they don't
this
want to
every
take the
month,
goggles.
you
They
know.
keep the goggles on most of the time, right?
How far are we from this, dude? Like, look at this.
No, we
How
actually
far away are
have.
we from
We
this?
have all this.
Yeah,
we have haptic suits.
Right.
We have the headsets.
But the gloves are
We
way.
have fog machines.
Do we have this?
have all
many
of it.
gloves?
We
could do
have
this.
the universal,
I've seen somebody run into a
walking
door, like,
platform.
with the wind
You can
that's-
walk in a circle and just walk infinitely.
They got the jeans going on.
Right. I mean, we got jeans and flannel.
We have jeans in 2022.
Must be the '90s again because he looks like a fucking '90s.
How long do you guys think it's going to be before they will trick you into
that's a
thinking you're
good-looking
having
man.
real sex
9 hours.
with a robot?
Yeah. Maybe
Like
8.5, might
by
be
tomorrow
8.5.
morning,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we're gonna have it.
You think?
about
Yeah,
8.5.
it'll be trending.
We already have it in Sweden and parts of the Netherlands.
Dude, what do you think?
snap.
What do you think
Plus,
Siri
they have
is,
sex
dude?
robots.
I was gonna say they have robot brothels over there.
What do you think Siri? Siri isn't. It's fucking. It helps you every day.
Yeah.
Scheduling.
Yes.
Alarms. Fucking.
Siri
like
is probably the
ingredients.
most.
Hey Siri, how do I make this? How long does chicken bake for?
Right.
It's
Hey Siri,
That's
how many
what it
grams
is.
are in a quarter ounce?
I do
Thank
not
you,
know,
Dave.
Dave.
Dave and I were talking earlier, and he whips that out.
I
I'm
was
like,
telling
dude.
Scott, I was like, Siri's really got to be wondering why I ask her so often how many grams. How did these grams convert to ounces?
I love it when you
How
call
many ounces
Siri.
is a pound?
Hey Siri, hey Siri, what was the girl that was playing the cheerleader in the thing about the band 2006?
Oh my God!
What'd you say, bro?
Blink,
Sorry.
that was blah, blah, blah,
I
blah,
found
blah,
this
blah.
Oh, my
article from
goodness.
2020.
I do love it though when Dave talks to his Siri because she's Australian. She's a slutty, straightforward.
Wait a minute, you gotta
Hey
down
Siri, how many
Australian.
grams
Down
are
under.
in an ounce?
The answer is 28.35 grams.
28.35
How many
grams,
pounds is that?
That's my girl.
You know, Australian. That accent I heard comes from like. Their forefathers were drunk and just all.
Dude.
That's how it was like a watered down British accent.
I love an Australian accent.
I love that.
Because they're all
Declaration
prisoners
of
and rapists
Independence.
and shit. They're
Well,
like,
I guess
good day, mate. Check it out.
So I guess Siri's forefathers would be the Apple IIc.
Could be. Yeah, I guess
And
so,
the
right?
Commodore
Macintosh.
64.
The
yeah.
Macintosh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
I remember
course.
that old Macintosh
Oh,
used to
yeah,
turn me
dude.
on
I
back in the
remember
day,
that.
man.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah, they used to do it for you.
Who's hotter,
Slide
Siri
that
or Alexa?
floppy disk in. Turn.
Alexa.
Totally
You
Siri.
think Alexa's hotter?
Yeah.
Why,
Totally
what's your basis for that?
Just more options.
Ooh, I see.
Yeah.
You're a man that likes his
know, I
options.
mean-
Siri is
options in voice.
Oh,
I know which one
Yeah,
I
you like the voice
It
better?
can be Snoop Dogg.
But wait a minute. Ooh.
No,
it
no, no,
can
no.
be?
Yeah.
No, no, no.
You can make Alexa sound like Snoop
Oh,
Dogg?
yes.
Alexa?
There's a Samuel L.
No, I don't.
What?
Yeah, there's a
Shut
John
up.
Legend.
I am throwing my iPhone away tonight.
Are you on
John
it?
Legend.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm on.
Wow.
No. Hello.
It kind of opens a new world.
Dear God,
Amazon
man.
owns the world, so it's like
Amazon and Google, right?
They're making it tougher.
I was going to say, for me, I prefer Google because she's like the village bicycle man.
Hey, don't worry.
Everybody's had a search on Google, and she's usually fairly accurate.
Don't worry, bro.
She is such a hippie.
Miss Google, she's unmarried. Miss
You
Google,
remember Ask
she's
Jeeves.
definitely a
knows
hippie.
everything about everybody.
Right.
Everybody that has ever searched something weird, or like
There's a warehouse somewhere in Southern California
that she knows
with just stacks of shit,
Yeah.
and it's all our porn history.
Way before anybody was asking
Do you want to be exposed,
Alexa
Scott?
or
Do you wanna be
Siri, they
exposed?
asked Jeeves, remember?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Ask
Yeah.
Jeeves. Absolutely.
Jeeves
Yes,
was a
Jeeves
gentleman.
was great.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeeves was awesome.
Jeeves
Marketing
marketing
is still running.
Jeeves
if I remember
marketing
right.
was
I
better.
think you're right. I think
Jeeves
you're right.
marketing was better. You
Yeah.
just couldn't find everything on Jeeves. Like it would that search engine would pull up some interestingly but not
Right.
related.
Hey,
to what you're
Jeeves,
like.
how do
That's
I
the great thing
cook-
about Google. It's like
Yeah.
it gets everything from
Dude,
everywhere.
Hey, Jeeves,
You
how
just
do I
get it all.
cook some broccoli? Well, first you mash some potatoes. Like, oh, that is so wrong.
You mean broccoli from cartoon TV show? What?
I'm a Bing
No.
guy. I'm a Bing guy through and through.
Bean?
Bing.
Oh, Bing.
No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I don't know.
God,
how to use
Bing was
Bing.
so
Yeah, you
horrible.
deal with Bing.
Dog
Google
pile.
is
Bing
awesome.
fought the good
Well,
fight.
Come
that's,
on, man.
That's
Yeah,
about
they
as
tried.
They
that's
fought the
about
good
as
fight.
much as I used
Bing
it.
did
right
try.
there.
Yeah, they tried their hardest.
Yahoo needs to remove the exclamation.
I know it's
And
offensive.
they need to replace it with a question mark.
It makes me anxious.
Because, yeah.
No one cares about Yahoo.
Yahoo?
Yeah, it's like, we're
Don't they
here.
know how sensitive we all are?
Are we excited? Really?
We
All
don't
right.
need exclamation
Be
points.
honest, who still has a Yahoo account?
Not I. Well, actually, no, I think I do. But I use it to
I
like
don't know.
send junk mail too.
So Google search.
I don't have an email
Like when I
account,
sign up
but
for shit.
Yahoo owns other things too.
Right.
So Google search.
Yahoo is
it was
great.
marketed back in 1998.
Wow.
I started using
Dang,
it in
really?
like
1998?
2000, 2001. That was when I started.
Well, it started being
using it.
marketing in 1998. It didn't really come
So
into
so
it didn't really
Bing
come
was
into
holding it down
Sure.
for a minute.
2004, I believe, is when people started to really.
Yeah.
It was Yahoo
I was going to school for
MSN
computer
Messenger.
networking, and that was
Oh
when
my
I
God,
started
I
using
remember
it. I
that.
think that was
Do you think-
01.
Do you think Apple's
That was
capable
all
of
over Hotmail.
ever
Yeah.
being that
I was an
innovative
early
again?
adapter.
Do you think Apple's capable of ever being that innovative again without Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
No.
It's like the McDonald's guy coming out with McDonald's.
I agree.
It's like a
Yeah.
timing
I agree.
thing. It's,
Steve Jobs was heavily inspired by psychedelics, and he had a mind
Yes.
unlike
right.
the average human being.
That
Yeah.
mother fucker
I
liked to
think
eat
Ashford-
fruit
Yeah,
too.
I
And
kinda
he was
feel
a
like him.
and he was a dick about it to
Right.
his employees.
For
He
sure.
wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily the nicest man that ever lived.
Didn't he get
but he had a
fired?
vision.
Right.
And
He got fired from his
pulled
own
it off.
business.
Yeah. Didn't he get fired
Yes, he
or bought
did.
out from his
Yeah.
own company?
Yeah, they
Yes,
kicked
he
him out
did.
off
Yes,
the
he
board.
did. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the original name for this search engine was Backrub in 1996.
Backrub?
Back rub.
Oh my
1996.
Do
God.
they give happy endings?
Back rub today.
96 broke like.
Yeah,
they
it's called
give happy endings?
Backspace.
I'm not sure.
Hey guys, why don't you go give that a back rub?
Wow.
real quick?
Right, super
They got rid of
backward.com
Craigslist.
with a happy ending.
Wow. That's like Clinton was in office still, right?
God, I want to know what the story is.
Back
behind
rubs
that.
happened. Back rubs happened in middle school and junior high, about as much as clapping erasers.
Hand
for me.
jiggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was either
Have
in
you needed
trouble
a back
clapping
rub?
erasers or in trouble trying to give back rubs.
That is awesome.
Back rubs
You
generally
old
lead to
back-rubbing
things
son of a
better
bitch,
than
you.
back
Never.
rubs.
Never
Okay,
did.
never
No,
mind.
that's the creepy
Never
shit.
did.
I'm like, do you want a back rub?
Yeah.
It was actually called back rub. That is
And they're already
awesome.
like
I got
touching
some-
you.
But if
I
a
got some
woman
pencil
says
refills.
yes, like as a dude, you're probably in there.
Oh,
You're
for
probably
sure.
in
I
there.
always
no,
had a
because
buddy.
sometimes if I
Sir.
just really needed that back rub, I'd be like,
yeah.
shit.
I
no
always
one
had a
ever
buddy that
really
was-
needs a back rub.
I had a buddy
Yeah,
that did
no
just
one
the
ever
opposite,
really
man.
needs
He'd go in for the back rub, and she'd be like, "Is this okay?" She'd be like, "Yeah." He'd go immediately for her tits. Get off me!
Yeah, poor
Yes.
fella. You got to go slow. I'm just saying.
he was,
You gotta
he was
talk
such
him
an
into
eager
it.
beaver, man.
But you know, when I
Eager
was young, when I was in my slaying pussy days,
Oh my
slay.
lord.
I never slayed. I
Okay,
never
Dave.
slayed. I never slayed. But I wish I would have known
Destroyer.
that. I wish I would have known that. Like
Nothing.
if I would have just known, like, ask her if she wants a back rub, Dave. I probably would have slid.
Yeah, but right then, like the little angel,
and I wouldn't have been a
popped
dick
up.
about it. Like I wouldn't have been creepy about it. I just probably would have gotten laid by the chicks.
I think you all start out really like sweet and nice,
do.
and then some
And
girl
then we turn into monsters.
wrecks that. No, some girl wrecks that shit.
Yeah,
You're really sweet to her, and she's like, "Fuck that! I don't want a nice guy. I want a I want
I
a
want a bad
dickhead."
guy.
So then
Yeah,
you're all
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"All right,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be a dickhead then, bitch." What?
You're right. You're right.
But then they go on social media and talk about that same guy that they
Why
that they
do
said
chicks
they wanted.
like
the
guys
asshole.
that are dicks? Because that's
But
the
then
thing.
they-
You're totally right.
Because they want to post something on Facebook.
For some.
For some.
For some.
Hey, just
But
wanna
it
give
seemed
a
like
local
when I was in
shout
high
out.
school, like all the popular
Yeah, they
chicks,
wanna- yeah.
But how many
they-
people when they're young know what the fuck they want anyway? They don't
Nobody,
know what they
of
want.
course
So
not.
like
Dave,
they're just
you're
testing it out. Like the bad guy goes back to Greece. Like
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Dave, you're going back to like massages. Why don't you go to the Blue Lotus?
I would say if anybody's wanting that happy ending, we always had our friends
Absolutely.
over at the Blue Lotus.
Absolutely. Let's put their
I
logo.
thought that was Google's job.
Oh, we do have we have them on the
That was
screen
Google's
right now.
assistants. I thought that was Google's job.
I don't think they do
man.
that anymore. I'm just saying, don't go in there
Dude,
and ask
they-
for that.
they
They
were-
did get caught a couple.
Yeah,
But
they
their
did.
job was
times,
back
but-
rub, man. What's going
They
on?
gave happy endings, bro.
Should we
They gave had super happy endings. Google
So man,
did
back
their
in the
thing.
day, back home where I'm from, there was this little like Oriental massage parlor, and they were known for that. And when it got out, like the cops had to do something because they had dudes lined around the corner. Like it was a legit. They'd like walk up and like awkwardly look at each other and just, I'll wait. And they just sit there and wait for the hand job.
During
It
the
was so
shift,
fucking
So
weird.
they
Before
busted
this
them?
shift, for
They
after
shut them
this
down?
shift,
They shut them down because
And
the
you were like,
massage.
what the fuck?
I have
never
what
even
he's
got to
having.
go.
No, he
the
did not
best,
just
the
pull it
best
up.
part is my buddy was pissed because he
What are you
didn't
looking
get in
up?
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck is going on?
These
on
are the
TV
rooms.
right
He
now?
just pull up the, he just
Where
pull
are
up
you
the
from?
slideshow
I'm
over
from
here.
like Litchfield, Illinois.
Okay, so you
Springfield,
said that
Illinois.
earlier. Okay,
This is
so
where all
do you
the
know?
action happened at the Blue Lotus.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
Oh, that's the blue. Nice, I like it.
It's inside
They got
the
a
Blue
milking
Lotus.
table.
Yeah.
I like it. You know,
Milking
that's
table.
one of the first
God.
things
Is
I
that
look
what we
for
going
in
with,
when
Scott?
a
Is that
massage
where
parlor.
we're at right now? Milking table?
Yeah,
Lord.
That is awesome.
that's
I'm
where
sorry.
that's where we have landed.
This is where you make
We
your
are super landed
Hey, this
in the
isn't even the
unsafe
cooldown
place
yet.
So this
right?
is where
with
you're
the milking
So
If
it's
you
a
know
house.
where
It just
Springfield
looks
is,
like a
then you know
house.
where Beardstown
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah.
This is
Okay,
where you
well,
make your
I'm from
transaction for
Beardstown.
the you know your blowjob at the end.
Right on.
Do they have sandwiches for you ready on the
They probably
island?
have peanut butter and jelly and shit.
I'm
right?
surprised, you know.
I hope
surprised
so.
Make sure there's some milk and psych.
I'm surprised there's no
Would
cash
you like
register.
some milk with this?
Right?
Would
I
you
noticed
like
that
some
too.
milk?
No cash register.
It's a
No
happy
like.
ending.
It's high in
I
protein.
like their art. It's a very
Yes.
arty, you know. Makes
Sorry.
me feel at ease.
Oh wait, this is the wrong Blue Lotus.
creative.
Oh.
No, then that's even better.
But wait, dude, that's weird because it's got the address. Like, if you scroll down, that's the right
Does it?
address. Yeah. But that's a different building. Scroll down and let's see the building again.
Oh, Jefferson City.
Yeah, scroll down though.
Oh,
Let's see the
I was like,
building. That's definitely not their building.
No,
if you keep
that's
going
not them.
down,
Yeah. Someone-
Good for them. They got it all catfished out.
yeah, good for them.
They probably had to reset their image after that last little
Super
raid
catfish.
thing,
Oh,
right?
that's funny, dude.
So let's catfish this motherfucker. No,
Yes.
you can't get anything here at the Blue Lotus. Look, it's all different.
On the next episode.
Didn't you
of
see our
Catfish.
Facebook page?
Oh, this guy's like planning on reopening Sunday or Monday.
Right, opening
going to the
soon.
I need a
Blue
quick
Lotus.
handy real quick.
They're liars.
Code words to follow.
Me love you long
What's
time.
bullshit is they don't have any of these for women.
Right.
Right?
Well, there's
Dude
a bunch
just
of
rolls
fucking
up.
dudes in
Wait a
there
minute.
that are like
They
ready
got
to.
toys in for the
But
women.
what
Like
would
the
you
bean.
call it
Do that
though?
there?
This is a massage parlor. What would that be, like the Clam Shack or
Yeah.
something?
I don't think
The
there's
bean flicker.
Are there?
Ooh.
Bean
Okay,
Flicker
Come
is
flick the
awesome.
bean. The
Is
Bean
that,
Flickers
that is
Coffee
literally
House.
a great business. We need
We
to
have
create.
fresh
Yeah.
beans.
Do you
in
really
here.
think if they had
Come get a
though,
French
if they
press.
had
Double
those,
as a coffee shop.
Oh, come get the French press at the Bean Flicker.
if they had those
Bean
for
Flicker.
women, would they stay as busy as the places for men?
Yes.
I think so.
You do?
Backslash
Really? See, I don't
This
think-
day and
077,
age,
you
yes.
will
Back
get.
then, no, because
Yeah.
women like are held to a
They
different, you know,
suppressed it.
yeah.
they suppressed
Well,
It's
suppressed.
more acceptable.
You
in
will get a
today's
discount
Yeah.
from the Bean Flicker.
That's
Yeah.
a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair
Your
point.
wife really loves those cappuccinos.
Women are right.
Right, totally.
Boy, she comes in here and
Cappuccinos
spends
are
like
very
good.
$30
A
for
lot
a
of
cup
foam.
of coffee, man.
She likes extra cream.
Right, very cream and
double whip
non-fat,
please.
No, babe, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, $44 every week seems exorbitant.
It seems a bit steep.
Why you got me spending $44 on you?
Why did you tip this barista $75? I don't understand.
Well, that's lunch money
It was
for
called
the
the
kids.
happy ending.
Where did you get that scar on your back from?
We had to cancel Hulu Plus and Disney Plus.
Damn.
Because of your
the
happy
kids
ending.
have nothing to
Kids
do
don't
now.
get Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
We got to get this under control. Please stop drinking cappuccino.
It's very frothy on top.
Very frothy.
Yes, it is.
There's too much cream and foam there.
Well, there's a place in Jefferson City
Get that nitro.
where like you and like some friends can stay a couple nights at a place down by Jett where Jett lives at.
Great.
Let's give out his address.
No,
What's
no,
the
no,
address?
no, no. Hold on.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I actually think it's
Down by the
the
studio.
It's down the street from him, like more by Dunklin.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Well,
about.
now you know where
But
Jett
it's like a
lives.
house of like
We don't know where Jett lives.
sexcapades. Like
Oh yeah,
there's,
that's
like,
Jett's house.
Yeah.
That
sorry.
is totally Jett's house.
Yeah.
So
There's like
walk
whips in the
he
fucking closet
introduces
and
you.
shit.
So this was a legit thing. It was on Airbnb.
No, it's actually legit, dude.
It was on
Airbnb.
They're like a
Airbnb.
masquerade,
Yeah, it was
like
on
private.
Airbnb.
Okay.
Yes, I heard it on a local. I heard it on KCMQ.
Wow.
They were talking about it on their morning show. They pulled
Advertising
it
it.
up. You could actually probably see it if you really wanted to.
Crazy.
But they
Wow.
were advertising at the time. But the thing, they had all these different rooms.
Themed.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they were all like S&M and bondage themed.
Yeah.
They had cages and shit, you know,
cool.
and all this, and like you got charged, I think, like a restock fee for sheets.
Right.
But the thing that got me, man, was it was a $50 flat rate cleanup fee. Boy, that seems cheap to me. If I'm gonna rent a place out like this, it's gonna get filthy. And for $50, hell yeah!
Are you sure
know?
you
I
only
mean, come
want
on, I'm going there every
$50?
time. They got the X table, the bat wing, and I've got a flogger,
Yeah.
and I don't have to clean up.
Check, check, check.
Da-ding.
The dang. That is awesome.
You know, I mean, I just thought that was outrageous.
Fellas, I got to pee again, so you know what that means.
Yeah.
Dave's got to pee again.
We got to take a break. We got to
You
get
have a
ready for the
weekend.
Oh,
cooldown.
that's not what I never mind.
No. Oh,
You have an old man
Unless you
bladder.
guys just want me to walk off set and pee, we can keep going. I don't care.
it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Has it ever been done?
I just like to
It was
announce.
done earlier,
Live
actually,
on an old 77?
within
Yeah.
the episode.
Oh well, here's pictures.
I can hold it.
Hold on a second. Here's pictures of that
In
place.
this very
Oh, sweet.
show.
We got pictures.
Oh,
here's
we
the
did-
whole story
Oh my
right
god! Hey, there's no
this is from
addresses or anything, right?
KCMQ's Morning Shag.
Yeah, this is the Shags.
And
Sex Dungeon Rental in Jefferson
Yeah, look
City.
at that.
it's a 111-year-old brick bungalow. Dude.
Scroll on down a little bit. There we go.
Right,
Look at
Oh,
those.
wow. Okay.
Okay, now
There's where
you
you
got the
tie her
nice
up.
little saddle over
Oh, red
there.
room.
You know, yeah.
I like it.
Is this for gymnastics?
Yeah.
No.
It's a workout
You
room.
do run a marathon there, though.
Wow, you got like the Game of Thrones chair in the middle.
I like it. It's big.
That looks more like.
Someone's like,
Yes.
I want this chair.
It would make for good pictures.
That looks more like the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland's chair. Yeah.
A little
It's a
bit.
big ass
Yeah.
chair.
A
Some
little
dude,
bit.
some
Woof,
dickhead
woof,
wants to
woof.
get hit in.
Is
There
that
you
a
go.
sex glider?
Wait a minute. Is that's a mirror, right?
Well, look down here on this little
the
like
fuck
dresser.
is
They have like whips and shit.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they got a nice
Is
little
that-
assortment of
wait,
flogs.
wait, hold up, hold up.
Dominatrix in the public? Is that what
is
we're
this?
doing over here?
Is that what an NFT is?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
not
just
quite.
asked that on
You
random
know, I think
things.
it can be.
And
Until
you have
someone
your,
sa-
you know,
Yeah,
until
I
someone
still
says
don't
yes.
understand the whole
Eventually,
thing.
someone will say
Your
yes, and that'll make me
traditional
more
chain.
You'd be like,
confused.
oh, now I get it.
Is that for like suspension?
Or
Holy shit, you really can get freaky in this house.
absolutely.
Yes. And there's a $50 additional
and a-
fee for cleanup.
What
And
about?
those look like.
That's what I was
That's
getting at.
ridiculous.
$50.
Do they have free Wi-Fi?
I bet they do.
That's the most
I'm sure.
important
if
Can I
you're-
get that Wi-Fi password, please?
It's sex100, yeah, .com.
Those look like some sturdy chains.
The house does not have
part.
her.
Get your ass up there and you're stuck.
Look at that. There you go.
Oh, look at the
See, there's
the
your,
art
there's
on the
your little
wall with the
cages.
dude with the thing over
Now,
his
to be
eyes.
fair, a lot of this was there before they even bought it.
I mean, it's a 100-year-old house. What do you expect?
Yeah.
It belonged to a count.
Jeez, I wonder why there's mirrors.
He moved
Cole
here from
County
Transylvania.
Count.
I wonder why there's
was an
mirrors
immigrant.
everywhere.
He was Vlad
Came here with nothing.
from Osage County.
That's it. That's all the pictures.
Goodness gracious.
Fuck,
All right.
man, sold.
And what's the address on this house?
No.
In relation to where Jett lives?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm just being silly.
Honestly, it's like down the
just
street from
being
you,
silly.
dude. It
Yeah.
really is.
Well, that's what got me because they said the address and I was like, some bitch.
Oh, dude, I'm sure that
do they show the front of the house? Like they show a lot of stuff.
They don't show.
So
the
why
front of
don't
the
they
house.
do that?
Oh,
Is
VR,
that like a problem?
Hold on a second here.
No,
is that
I
against
think,
the law?
Here it is on VRBO.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say they do the listing, so you can see probably more.
Sign us up. $224
$224 a night.
224 plus the 50.
You guys want to have a boys' night in the sex dungeon?
I was just given the advice in
Let's do a podcast.
No, let's not.
In 1984, I was given the advice: if there's something strange in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
who you gonna call?
Correct.
And that's why
Mr.
I'm really
Rogers.
fascinated by all of this.
I'm gonna call my family
I
doctor.
really want to
before
see
I
what
go
the
in there.
house looks like.
I bet
so
it's
I have a
haunted.
better understanding
Or
of
let's say Ghostbusters.
my
gonna,
environment.
I bet it's haunted.
Call my family doctor before I go in there.
Fucking perverted old dude.
Yeah.
Is this like a speakeasy? Well, they got a Facebook page.
Hey,
so
how
it
much
can't
do we
be-
know?
Oh, let's read the reviews real quick. Hold on.
Do we know anything about the people that own this house?
No.
Who they
We
are?
don't know any of it.
Everything is spotless.
Like, I
Great
like
Facebook
stay.
search.
Oh, so reviews.
They don't ever like live there.
Nice.
They're not there like 3 months out of
Watch
the
your
year.
It's not
back-
recently used.
What's the one that's titled "Watch Your Backstroke"?
That's my review,
Dave M.
Dave M. I always use a different. I always use a different last
handle.
initial when I leave
Yeah.
reviews on sex sites.
Yeah.
Private
The
browser.
property,
That's Dave M.
the property is charming and will answer all your lifestyle desires.
Hello.
Bring your own coffee cup.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
right. I
no
remember
shit,
typing
right?
that.
Would recommend.
Yeah. Also bring your own.
W-O-O-D.
Yeah, bring your own towels as well.
Would recommend. W-O-O-D.
Just what we needed. There you go.
Super
give you
clean.
just what I need.
Super clean, man.
Yeah, that's important in a
I'll
sex.
tell you
dungeon.
what, they need to charge more.
Decor was mixed with fantasy and vintage style.
What happens if I don't know, I'm just saying, got a guy who likes to play?
Amazing stay and attentive host. What comes with being an attentive host?
Wait, I
He's
was
the
gonna
guy who
say,
stays.
Who's the host?
Or the woman who
Attentive.
stays, yeah.
I wonder if it's like a butler type, or if it's like a Frankenstein, like the
You
Munsters
rang.
type.
Yeah,
like,
It's like
yeah.
Mr.
You come
Belvedere just
alone.
comes out with his dick. He's like, hey, hello.
I
sir."
really wanna
No,
know-
that's the platter.
I really want to know
It's
who
just
owns
laid
this place.
flat. That's the platter.
I want to know. Like, I want to know if the people that own this place, if they're freaks, or if it's just like purely a financial decision.
I
for
think they're
them.
freaks
Right.
at heart, but they're just cool with other people being freaks in their
look
freak
at how it's all
palace.
set up with mirrors angled properly.
They
like,
know their shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You're right.
that's
Yeah, they
not
know their shit.
that's passion.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
They care about it.
I agree. Yeah,
I love
that's
this
a fair
last sentence.
assessment.
There's like plush towels and nice hand soaps.
Super clean.
Absolutely.
No jizz marks.
It's like
That's
what,
right.
dude? Like,
No chunky congealed jizz marks.
Oh, there's that word again.
Oh, my
congealed.
goodness.
Yep.
Congealed.
Gluey white congealed substance.
oh.
Had to scrape out with a putty knife.
Putty knife. Oh my god.
Speaking of putty knife, we're gonna take a break.
Nice.
Yes.
segue, Maddie.
I don't know what that means, but
Oh,
whatever.
that's so fucking.
It's okay.
Sick.
We can
We
tie
had to
anything
get
in.
out of the sex house real quick.
Thanks to the Patreon folks,
Yeah,
right?
Biscuit
Yeah.
Strength out there.
Oh,
Jefferson
yeah.
City Paranormal Society. What's up?
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Dub I.Z, who's in the house tonight.
Chess Team
Records.
Records.
Test team, Dub I.Z, let's go. Worthy bitches, baby.
This is like the most quiet I've seen you in a long
Is that
time.
what they called it?
You're Mr. Contemplative over there tonight.
Yeah, just I'm
He's
enjoying
taking
the
it all
show.
in.
man.
Taking it all in.
Oh yeah.
Well, we got the cooldown coming up next.
That's right. We'll see
On the
you
old 7
soon.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Huh. See you on the flip.
Blunt 30. Do we?
How do you guys pick your food trucks?
Yeah,
do they
how's
always
that
come
go?
out, or? Because I've had Rebel Taco here before.
Me
I've
too.
had Mammoth Bites.
So we started out. We actually were planning on actually putting a kitchen in this place and slinging pizzas in Jeff City, which was an idiotic That's
idea.
a bad. There's so many pizza places now. but really, it was just an
tried a new one
idea.
the other
day. there are a lot of great pizza places in this town.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah. And the idea was we wanted to make sure that people were coming and staying and not having something to eat while they were drinking the beer.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a great way to have a variety as well.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
But what ended up happening was we got kind of delayed with COVID. Our construction was really delayed, and so we actually had food trucks reach out to us about possibly sitting here, and then we kind of just ran with the idea.
If you're local, check out Last Flight Brewing Company today. Go enjoy some sunshine. Get off your couch. Go right now. Fill up your growler.
Cooling it down with the old 77.
Welcome back to the old 77.
And as the 77ers, you know what happens now. Anything goes.
The cool down.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
We're going to get weird.
Oh,
So
all
fellas,
kinds of weird. Yeah.
Super weird.
If we're gonna get
Super
weird,
weird.
let's go straight away. So,
So-
if you're a listener of the old
Yes.
77, you've heard us talk about the ghost that we saw in the basement here a while back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, a little update for you.
Harold, right? That's what we thought?
That's what we were
That's what we
calling him. So, Jacqueline from Jeff City Paranormal on I think it was episode 40 something.
She's a medium.
She's a medium from the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Yeah.
Before a show, she straight up caught a reading off of me. It just happened. And she's like, there's a guy standing over your shoulder, and he's wearing a suit. And then Erin, who is also she's an empath for them, started like grabbing her right temple going, ow. Well, that was my grandfather because I sent her a picture afterwards, and he's in that suit, and she was like, that's a dude. Pretty much, like, that's a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's like, I didn't really get it good on the face, but she's like, the suit was right, you know? But he got tired of life and laid down and shot himself in the temple, in the right temple, the same one that she grabbed.
Wow.
And so we had technical difficulties that night. That's actually when the difficulties started. Was that? Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I have been drinking tonight.
But the crazy thing is when
I told the story, everything came back.
When everything started to happen, everything not working, like when Scott explained who he was, everything came back on.
Yeah,
it all matched.
It's like he wanted that attention.
I told his little story.
Right,
I got his attention, and that was exactly the kind of guy he was.
Right.
But then later, like a couple episodes after that, and it was after a night similar to this, man. We had drank. We'd had a good time, boy. I was sitting in this chair over here, and I was editing a show. And straight back behind me is a kind of a little common room where it goes just to my garage and then over and up the steps. I saw a dude, he was this big, tall, lanky guy in a tux, like a funeral home director almost. And he had a little horseshoe haircut, a hook nose, and he walked straight across. Didn't stop, didn't look at me, didn't anything. He just boop, boop, walked right across. Jacqueline told us that his name was something that started with an H, she said. So we just started calling him Harold. And she said that he's a funeral home director. She's like, he's good with death, and you're good with death, and you guys are good together, so he just kind of hangs around. He can do weird shit, and you're like, dude, quit it. Everybody else would freak out. So I'm talking to my sister the other day who calls me out of the blue, and she starts telling me about this. We had an old funeral home that just recently got taken over. It was a mom and pop, and now it's like a big conglomerate, but they kept the name for nostalgia purposes. And she tells me that sounds exactly like Hugh Allen, who is the funeral home guy from back in the day. He died in 74. I came around in 77. He knew my dad. He'd walk up and he'd always be like trying to size, put his arm around him to size him up for a coffin. And he would always, they said he would walk by and grab your lighter, and then he would, leave it on the bar or something up at the restaurant, and he was always doing little shit like that. That's exactly what happens here, man.
Right. You've been saying that for
I went to
years.
work the other day. This one was fucking freaky. So I came home for lunch. I didn't even go in my bedroom where we keep a pair of tweezers. I don't even know where that even happened. I go to work. I have nothing in my pockets. I reach in. I have a pair of tweezers in my pocket.
He showed me them.
I go, dude, I don't. What the fuck? I go, you want to see something weird?
Wow.
So at least it's now Hugh.
And so the moment she said that, things have been starting to pop now in the house.
Yeah. You're more aware.
Yeah, well, it's like...
Is it happening more often?
Yeah, now. We're back in it again. There's more shit happening now. Yeah. It's happening to my wife,
I want to make sure
kids
I have my keys
too.
on me.
So do you think this is just playful, or do you think that there's a message that's trying to be communicated?
I don't think there's a message.
So it's just playfulness?
It is. That's
Just
all
shining.
it is. It's literally... So the thing that really gets me the most is my keys go missing. So I'll set my keys down. I know right now that when I put them down, they were over here. I made a point to put them on this table just to see.
Yeah.
And they'll just randomly be upstairs on the counter. Or the one time I had a bag of edibles locked up in a closet. I keep all my stuff in the closet, right? Because I don't want my kids getting that shit. I have kids. I'm not gonna, So I keep them locked up. the little stash I had was behind key. I opened the door one day, it is gone. I don't know what the hell's going on. I go to my wife. I'm like, hey, what you got that thing? No, we tore this house up left and right. I walked outside. It was sitting on the trash can.
Wow.
So here's the thing, man. This is what I wonder. Because, like, he died a year before you were born, right?
Yeah, roughly a year, 2 years.
So, like, but why would he even, like, come here? Because
so my thinking
your
is
relationship with
the very first home I bought was a house down from the Allen and Sutton funeral home.
Okay.
And I told Dave this. The caretaker that lived there at the time, I loved this old woman. She was a nasty old whore. You ever have one of those just nasty
she fucked
old
Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, I was like 18, 19 at the time, a raging boner all the time. And she was probably in her mid 60s, smoking, cooking for people at the local cafe, big old beer on her. She's like, honey, if I was 20 years younger, I'd fuck you to death. She was always like that. And I'm like,
old ass Mrs. Robinson.
Love that old ass woman, and she lived there and we were neighbors, so I kind of helped her out a couple times, and I just think maybe just being nice to her, and he knew my family, maybe he just kind of latched on, and then when we left the area, he went with us.
Interesting.
Okay,
it's like
because we've had shit at every place we've lived at here in Jeff City.
But it's
we rented for a time.
It's such a random place to go to, like especially for someone who wasn't born yet, and he died before you were even like on this earth.
But like Jacqueline said though, we're okay with it. It doesn't scare us.
No,
it doesn't bother us.
It's not like causing harm to anybody.
I've left. I've left everything on down here before. And like I've recorded like 13, 14 hours.
Find out it's really you sleepwalking like your other personality.
Dude, have you ever
sick shit hiding in the TV room?
Have you ever like just left your keys
of the ambient?
Yeah, I've specifically like left my keys in spots
because
They'll
he
be
probably
fine
knows
sometimes.
what you're doing. He probably
other
knows what
times
you're
they're
trying to
not.
Yeah.
Like a fucking
I remember.
It's always when it's like the most inconvenient time. That's when it happens.
He gets a good laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember
Have
that.
you guys ever seen the movie Others with Nicole Kidman?
Yes.
I may have, but I don't remember it.
So like
is that the one where they are all, spoiler alert, dead?
They're all dead, and you don't know it until like, the end. Like you have all these guys coming home from like, I don't know if it's World War I or Civil War.
It's World War I.
Is it World War I?
World War I.
World War I. I'm sorry, I'm a little.
I'm Bob Waffle.
Sorry, I'm a little.
Just what I was thinking, Scotty. Just what I was thinking.
Hey, the drugs don't work. You know what I mean?
No, man, I know what you mean.
But like she's dead the whole time. Like, and I think that happens a lot. I mean, it's my
You think
opinion.
people just linger because they don't know they're dead?
I think.
I
I think when they die, they're just kind of like they just don't know they're dead yet.
Yeah, I think in my granddad's house,
I don't know.
my grandmother was in there because I remember he told me a story that it'd be like he'd be sleeping in his room and about 2, 3 in the morning somebody would jerk his leg and he'd be up for like a couple hours. And I didn't really believe
Excuse me,
too
I'm
much.
pissing myself real quick.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Dude, that's
But-
my drink.
Shit out of
That's
me.
my drink you're peeing into.
But I didn't really believe it too much. But then I found out because it was one time I was just like sitting up there with him in the living room, and then I went in his room and I laid down. And while I laid down, I literally felt like a hand, like something touched me on my back, like it was like calmly, and a hand that laid on me.
Did you have like that feeling that it wasn't there to hurt you?
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was gonna hurt me, but it felt like it was just like calmly, like I'm rubbing you on your back, and I jumped up and ran down. I said, "Granddad, I felt something touch me," and he said, "Yeah, that's your grandmother." And then I remember, and I was like, "Wow!" And then I didn't really think of it, but then I remember one time being like in the back room of the house where I hang out, and I was with my cousin. We were just chilling out. We just chilling. And there's like, we're in this one part of the room and there's another part of the room. And next thing you know, something like got thrown towards the wall and hit the wall super hard. He got freaked out. And I was like, yeah, that's just my grandma. And I was just
She's
like,
an angry old
nothing.
You
It was
didn't
like
think-
nothing
you
to me.
didn't-
It was like she just.
You didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, I didn't
because
really
it
think of
happens
it.
so often.
You guys
He
were out there
freaked
doing
out 'cause
something
he-
you shouldn't have been, right?
Yeah, because he had a bottle in his hand, he was drinking,
Yeah.
and he was just buzzed out of his mind. And he's like, whoa, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh yeah, that's just my grandma. And I know, like, that's probably one of the like couple of experiences I've had with the paranormal.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's weird, but at the same time, when you know that they're there, that they're not like evil or trying to hurt you, you can kind of feel some type of like comfort.
Yeah, I mean it brings
like,
you comfort
it's
to
like
know
whatever,
that
like
might be them.
You know what I mean? Like
Serena,
like
did you
like
ever,
a,
did you ever
like
have
a cabinet
some-
opening.
Did you ever have something like that happen to you?
No, I wish it would happen.
Yeah.
Right.
What
or
about you,
UFO,
Jett? How about
somebody
you, Jett?
present themselves to me.
Right.
Well,
I promise I won't tell.
I've had some. I'm sensitive to energies.
Yeah.
But that's not paranormal. But I know my
That's like
mom.
empathic.
Yeah, my
Yeah, me
mom
too.
has always had some really interesting stories. She's from the Philippines. She grew up there, a village no less, very small village.
Sure.
And her stories, a lot of them have like biblical imagery, like seeing apparitions of Mary the Mother and things of that nature. It's never like I shouldn't say never. It's rarely, from at least her stories, ever like, a human ghost or whatever.
Kukui.
Or it's like things bleeding, things like that.
Yeah.
Those are the
fun.
kinds
like,
of things.
like
they see.
statues and things.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I guess that would be.
Yeah, it's
big.
totally
So,
different kind of paranormal energy.
Is she? I'm assuming is she a pretty devout Christian?
Yeah, very much so.
So, is there any
It's
like
Catholic,
local,
very Catholic,
any local lore, like stories or anything she would tell you?
She used to have a bunch of different stories. One that really sticks out in my mind is the apparition of the old woman that always showed up, I guess, behind her hut. And she found out later it was, I guess she thought it was her great grandmother, but actually it was Mary.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and yeah.
Who's Mary?
I wish I knew more detail. I should actually dig back into those old stories.
Who's
But they were
Mary? Yeah,
kid
you should.
stories. Like when I was a child,
Yeah.
then we never really talked about it again. But I knew that they were real. Like she wasn't just like you could
You
tell
knew
when
she
your
wasn't
mom and
faking
dad.
it, yeah.
When your mom and dad are telling you something that really happened and things.
So
that
Scott and Maddie, we've talked about this before, but I have tapes of my grandfather
Yes.
doing past life regressions.
That would be cool.
Really?
Yeah, like cassette tapes, and I can't find them.
That is some wild shit.
I'd love to hear that shit.
Regressions,
Now,
like
which-
they hypnotize you and they regress you into
Is
past
this
life.
the
wow.
is this the Dix Slayer?
Reincarnation.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And you know what, guys?
Like
Like
it was deep, man.
Is this the Dix Slayer?
10 years ago, yeah.
Oh,
10 years
wow.
ago, I didn't believe in reincarnation, but now that I've actually like studied it a little bit and read books about it and researched it, dude, there's a ton of evidence that reincarnation is
especially
real.
the one story you told us.
100%.
Who was the kid who thought he was
James Linenger.
Yeah.
He's a kid that he was having these recurring dreams that he was a fighter pilot in World War II and he was getting shot down.
Every night he went
Every
down.
night he would have these dreams and he would wake up,
I seen
man on fire, little man can't get out.
That's crazy.
And his parents, because he kept having these dreams, his parents would, ask him questions about the dreams. And he gave his name of who he was.
Yeah.
He gave the name of a co-pilot, and he said that he got shot down by the Japanese.
Wow.
He was able to describe the type of airplane.
Super specific.
Yeah,
And
it's all
there was a
specific.
ton of other details that this kid
would
shouldn't have known
no
at like
business.
3 years old,
Right,
you
right.
know, and it got to a point where his parents were like, well, I guess like we should,
Write
see
this
if any
down.
of this shit is actually real. And they were able
Yeah.
to confirm that the name that he gave, that was a real dude. The co-pilot, he got his name right.
Wow,
He
wow.
got shot down, and and a whole bunch of other details.
How old is that kid now?
He's in his 20s now.
You
and
remember any of it?
That's the weird thing about people, because it's common for people to have these past life memories when they're kids, but typically what happens as they get older,
They cross over.
they start to fade. No, the
Yeah.
memories start to
Yeah.
fade.
You remember Baby Geniuses?
Yep.
They cross over and
cross
they
over.
forget everything from before.
Yeah, like at a certain age, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens, and that's also what happens to kids that have perfect pitch.
Right. I was gonna say like
Oh, when their voice
when there are
changes,
those like
puberty.
very very young children, especially historically, that would be in a circus or would be in, what was it called? That
Vaudeville?
show- vaudeville. Like they'd be in vaudeville shows, and you look back and it's like, so this was like a 4-year-old child that's stacking a pyramid of cards that's like 11 feet and does it in an hour.
That's crazy.
It's like, that's genius.
Yeah. Well, it's,
like, who is this
Doesn't
person?
that go towards like being an old soul? Like there's that old saying, like you know, you seem like an old soul.
Yeah.
And there's those people who have that kind of like.
We had one of those on the show before.
Yeah.
Or like kids who are just able to play magnificent things on a piano.
Right.
You know,
like Mozart, dude. Like, dude, like, where did you come up with it? Where did you come up?
And
with
it's
that?
just innate. There's
it has to be. It has to be
innate.
supernatural because it can't be natural.
Right,
like, especially when it comes to if you're in a family that has multiple siblings, you should all, and you're roughly the same in age. You should have theoretically kind of the same type of upbringing, right? Same parents.
Doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
No, you're right. Yeah.
But
Wish that
you
was
have the
the
same
case.
dinners. You have all the same TV shows.
Same
all
household.
of it.
Yeah, right.
But
Y'all wanna
some
punch the
people
same
become
dad?
like super sensitive.
Jet, going back to
They're
what
wired
like
differently.
like you know like your mom and her generation and like people who have had like visions in the Philippines, like women, like old women. Here there were 3 kids actually in Portugal. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Lady of Fatima.
The Lady of Fatima.
Oh yeah.
They had this like huge like visitation. So they described Mary, the mother of Christ, a lady more brilliant than the sun.
Yeah.
The children reported a prophecy that that the prayer would lead to the end of the Great War. I guess this is during World War One. It was 1917.
Yeah,
the first one.
Portugal was actually involved with that.
And these are all this is all recorded history.
Yes,
like
this is
there's
recorded,
photography. I mean, they have recordings. Like these visitations would go on the course of a week. Sometimes they'd be like a month. People would come from all over, you know, to just see the crying Mary statue.
Yep, I remember seeing footage of
this stuff is deep.
because it's happened in our time too, right?
For sure, it happens every day. I think there's something that's currently happening right now.
But I think it's funny how like these visions come from like old loyal like Catholic women. Also like the children. Like children happen to have all these like experiences as well.
I think children are tuned into shit that
Like, what's up with
we're
that?
not tuned into.
Yeah, because they're not distracted.
They're absolutely.
And then
tuned in.
eventually they lose it.
Right.
Because they cross.
And then when you get closer to death, a lot of times
right.
you tend to get it back.
Yeah.
See,
So
here's
true.
the thing. I think the least, I would say the least affected from the paranormal is being a man.
Yeah.
I mean, but women, like, I feel like women are more sensitive to it. I feel like children are more, animals are way more sensitive. I don't know. It's something about being a man. Just like, why am I going to fuck with this asshole when I can fuck with the whole, like, family? You know what I mean? Like,
they're specific
honestly,
in their targets.
Every time you hear about, like,
We need everyone.
a report from a house, it's
Fuck
either
that guy.
from a woman or,
Yeah.
like, a kid,
That
man.
guy.
Our research says.
Do you guys ever watch the Jett Files?
Yeah, because
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
doesn't
seen it
want to be the
before.
one that calls.
Dead
Just like you
Files.
don't want
Right.
to ask for
Yeah, you didn't-
directions.
yeah.
He's like, you call and tell him.
Because as a man,
You
we
said they
have a
called
hard-
Dead Files?
No, you tell them
It's
this
called
bitch
Dead
is on
Files.
it.
It's been
Dead
on.
Files.
It's been on for years. It's been on since like 2015.
Yeah.
And so the woman is she's a medium, and then the other guy, the man, I forget what his name is. He's like this like retired detective from like North Jersey, but he's been in some big cases, like big like crime
Yeah, he's got
cases.
some big cases.
Yeah, he's got a resume, and so like he'll go through and like he'll go like and do some investigation on the house, and he'll go to like City Hall and find out more about the house and
History.
what happened, like what was tragic, and then on the other side, here she is like going through the house, like I feel this, I feel that, I see
And they
this, I see
never
that.
touch.
And at the end of it, when they come to the conclusion of the show and they're all in the same room with the owner,
Right.
she says what she's been through, and he's like, well, it's funny you said that because I found this, that, and this down at City Hall. Like it's kind of like it just kind of
I
matches
love how the
up.
accent matched up too.
Yeah, I kind of like when
You did slip.
a little East Coast there,
A little bit.
but like, dude, I love that show, and a lot of times when they're doing an investigation, it's usually the woman who's taking the lead because, as a man, we're like, this can't be fucking real. Right?
We don't listen to our gut.
We
as
have a hard
much.
time like swallowing our pride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Women
I
are
mean,
more
if I
in
saw
tune.
something floating across the fucking living room, I'd be like, well, let's call the fucking Jefferson City Paranormal Society.
555 no ghost.
Fuck all that shit.
You know, I don't even know if it's so
I ain't
much.
afraid no ghost. You know what
I don't know if it's even so much gender based as it is just having a certain part of your brain open. You know, like anyone can.
Like a third eye.
Yeah, anyone can get it. It's just
Absolutely.
once it's
Fuck is
open, it's
mine?
kind of open forever.
Where's
Don't
your third
answer
eye? You want to have a third eye, but you can't find it yet. Yeah.
Chakra, man.
Meditation. Certain drugs are good for that. Psychedelics.
Dude, when I had when my friend Richie died from cancer a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
Yeah,
and
I
haven't,
had a similar experience.
I haven't seen him in years, man. Like, and he was a good friend of mine. He did a lot for me. Like, he helped me like fix up my old Jeep and all that. And he was a great guy. Not only that, but he was just a good friend. And like, he went out a bad way, and I felt bad that I never got to see him again. But I told you guys about that one night where like I had a dream about him,
right?
And it felt so real.
Yeah.
Like when we embraced in my dream, like I was
Not
getting
just hugged my bro.
I was
We
getting
embraced.
I was getting emotional. I felt myself crying in my dream, and when we embraced, it was like I really did feel the hug. You know,
Yeah,
it was like
right.
it was so real.
Right.
And then when I woke up, like later, you know, like I don't know when I woke up from it, but there was a lot going on in the dream, and I just like remember like I love you, Rich, and he's like everything's fine, and we were hugging, and he was laughing like he always did because he was.
It was all normal, right?
No matter what the circumstance was in his life, he always was like really super good-hearted, man.
Yeah, that sounds
And
like
he
he
was
came to
just
tell
like
you
that
he was
in the
okay.
dream. And
All
like
okay,
you know,
man.
I'm not sure if I can fully believe it was him 100%, but like, where the fuck did that dream come from?
Yeah.
And it was the last real like, it was the last dream that I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since then,
Because you don't get those dreams like that very
like,
often.
I thought about it for days following. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that felt really real. Like.
You still remember it really well?
I just remember hanging out, asking him like, "How are you here?" And he was just like laughing, and I'm like, and I was sad, but he was happy, and that's it. Like that's all I felt. And then the same thing happened to me like 15 years ago when my best friend Christian died. It was the night he died, and this is after we all got back from his apartment, and I was asleep, and all I can remember is him saying, "Dude, keep doing your thing. I'm okay."
Yeah.
It was so real. But then when I woke up, I'm like, was it real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna question it.
So wild.
Yeah.
And then like his
But it's funny how all those stories have that same element.
Yeah.
You know?
But like his fiance Candy, like she had all kinds of shit happening at her house, like things like
Moving around and stuff, you mean?
she lived above her mom, and her mom said like she heard like when Candy was gone and all that, she heard footsteps upstairs, and she would go upstairs to see if anyone like got in there, and there was no one up there. But like she found like pictures moved and this and that. So like one time Candy had a party there, and this is probably like a year or so after Christian passed, and I was up there like I was trying to pass out, so like I felt something looking at me, man. Like I'm not fucking around, man. Like I was like, all right, man. Like I was trying to fall asleep, and then I would just cover my face with the blanket. I'm like, I know something's out there. I can feel it.
You can feel the energy.
Oh, yeah.
So then, like another time I came back, and we were hanging out, and it was like there was me, Candy, and someone else was there, and Candy's like, watch this. Like that's all like join hands, and so the TV. She had this big screen TV on. She's like, Christian, if you can hear us, please turn the TV off. I'm like waiting for it, and she has her head bowed like this, like just concentrating. All of a sudden, the fucking TV and the remote's right next to me, dude. I'm watching the remote. Boom. And it goes off. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He's here. Like, he's here.
I just cover up, bro. Cover up. Hide behind something. That would be me.
I'd
be like, what is happening?
Would you be terrified?
I wasn't.
I think
scared.
I would be. Like if
Yeah.
you build the anxiety enough, because it has nothing to do with the apparition or the,
Right.
Yeah, the blanket will
you.
totally
It's how
protect you too.
Right. It's how
You
you.
can't come through blankets.
Yeah. Oh, for
you
sure.
know.
But it's how you feel about
Exactly.
yourself in the situation. Like,
It's like a little puppy that buries his head under his paws to hide.
yeah,
You know?
and you never know until the moment happens, and then you find out real quick that it's part of life. You find out a lot about
Fight or
yourself.
flight.
Yeah,
I think death is just another step in life.
Absolutely.
for
it is.
sure.
Yeah.
But if I'm laying down and I'm thinking about, please just don't
Take
do
my
anything.
ass.
Please don't do anything weird. Just don't do anything.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You turned off the TV.
Yeah, there it is.
I gotta stay here.
I gotta step
Or
up.
do
for
I?
it. So when I had an uncle that died of brain cancer, he had a little melanoma on his ear, and it spread to everything like immediately. And he went so fast. And my cousin was like 2, 3 years old. I was like maybe 5 when he died. So I barely remember him, but I just remember he used to smoke cigars all the time. Like he stunk of cigar. Well, when he died, my aunt swore to me and my mom and my dad and everyone that he came back. He just walked in the house like he normally did. He kissed her on the cheek and said, "We need to have a talk." Wow. They went back to the bedroom and sat on the edge of the bed, and they talked all night long. And he told her that he was okay and that everything would be fine and that he would not leave them. He would always be around, you know. And my cousin grew up without her dad. She had a great stepdad, but not her dad. But all the time, like during her hardships and things, when she had things going wrong, there was always the smell of cigars around. She would be outside, like, you know, looking in, and she would see a silhouetted figure of her dad, because he had a very big, like, pot belly. He loved drinking the beer, you know, and it looked just like him.
Right.
You know.
See, that's a sense that I haven't even considered. Like,
No kidding.
like sight and audio. Like already, you're having to disseminate a lot of. You're trying to disseminate a story out of very little information.
Yes. Exactly.
Whether it's just knocking.
Yeah.
You're just like, what is this? What does it mean? It's not. It's paranormal. Clearly.
Right.
It's something. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you come to all kinds of conclusions.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many, like, I mean, especially on video now, there's so many times where, like, it's captured on video.
Yeah.
And this is not a coincidence. This is something that's happening. We have more proof of, like,
Well,
afterlife, dude.
The government's already said those aren't ours. Those are aliens. They're not us.
Yep.
You know.
What are you talking about? The
Like
UFO
for UFOs
videos?
and things, everything. They're already
yeah.
acknowledging so much stuff out there.
Well, they haven't said it's
Well,
aliens.
they're not denying it anymore.
Right.
Like
So
they're
who's
they're
to
leaving
say-
the option open.
So
They're
who's to
just like,
say
yes,
now?
it could be UFO, I suppose.
Finally opening
Right.
it up.
Before they would never.
If we know all of that now, who's to say they don't know anything about this too, guys?
Oh,
You
they
know?
do. They've
sure.
studied
Real
it.
life
They've
fucking
totally
Ghostbusters,
studied it.
man.
Well, I know if you ever listen to Coast AM, it's a
Mr.
long.
Art Bell.
Yep.
Thank you. I'm glad you're a fan.
Art
That's
Bell.
one of my favorite shows.
God bless him.
It
God
famous-
Bless Art.
Maddie's a big.
What do you find
so
Coast
is
to Coast
Scotty.
Oh,
AM?
We're
that's
all
amazing.
big
Bless
fans.
Art.
Of course, you
Rest
guys
in peace,
are.
Art.
Of course.
Yeah, coast to coast.
So yeah, obviously,
I know.
an overnight show, nationally syndicated, and if you're
Felt
not,
like a pirate radio show, though.
yeah,
It was,
yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
Oh well, he
totally.
broadcasted from the Philippines. He had to, because he wasn't allowed in the
Wasn't
states
allowed in the States.
to do it.
Yeah, there was a little.
But yeah, amazing
Little legal.
episodes. Like one episode, they would be on. They would be on discovery of what could be Noah's Ark at the bottom of the ocean, which
Yes.
would flip.
Wow.
So they'd have an expert on. So to your point, someone knows what's going on, and they have a platform somewhere. You just have to find them. And,
Oh, yeah.
And there's someone that can speak
Like
very
who-
confidently. They have proof. They have
Yeah.
everything you need.
Who's the
Yeah.
person now that is carrying the torch for Art Bell? Like, who's the next person up?
George Norrie.
George Norrie's
is
been
the
there
guy.
for a couple
Yeah.
decades now. He's been
Yeah,
kinda,
he worked at KMOX back in the day.
Did he
right?
really?
No
I never
kidding.
knew that.
I know he
St.
worked.
Louis guy, huh?
Nice.
I know he worked in St. Louis
He
for a while.
passed
I
through,
think it
yeah.
was KMOX, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
I was
Yeah.
listening
Big
to
Bird.
to Art Bell back in the day, man. And
Oh, yeah.
like there was an episode where he had a caller, and it was a woman, and she said that like she's seen this like UFO come down, and they were pulling her out of the house, like just going through the wall. And I'm like laying there in my bed, and Sarah's asleep. And I'm just like listening to this thing go on. And I'm like, I'm creeped out right now. Like it's pitch dark.
Oh yeah.
And Art Bell had that voice, you know, like that very
That really deep.
Yeah.
deep, but like real and raw. Just
Yeah.
That was
like
that was the
it
Pall
made
Malls.
it feel so real. Whatever they were talking about.
It was very distinguished sounding voice.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
Pall Malls. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, the Paul Malls.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's.
'Cause I remember Art smoking. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
Every
always
video, he's
smoke.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
but the subject matter was always great.
The latest
because,
crazy motherfucker we got
Right.
on the show tonight is.
Oh,
you
dude,
know,
when they went to the wild card and hotline, like, oh my gosh,
Caller
we're going
5.
we're going west of the Rockies. They open up the phone. It's like, hey, So 6.5 months ago, you were talking about, like
at 5:45 a.m.
Like you were talking about this. Well, as it turns out, I have my brother with me. My brother's going to tell you a story about how he actually found the blankety blank. And it's like this is amazing radio. Like I don't know.
Dude, I don't know if
I have to believe everybody. I have to believe everybody.
Then he's got to put you on hold because his Cardinal tickets are on the other line.
I don't know if you guys heard that, like towards the end of his his era, like he had one of his last shows, like someone like shot up his fucking.
Oh yeah, I heard about that
complex. He's like, someone last night was shooting at my shit, and they damaged my equipment and
the bell.
I'm on the backup generator right now. I'm like, what?
There was no subject and no group that he left untouched.
Like the Men in Black came out.
Scientology stuff. He's done a lot.
The
of
Men in
stuff.
Black came out and visited him, man. They were like, "You're getting
for
fucking in touch with shit, man."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because he was kind of a conductor. Like he could get all of these experts to all flock to him. And he was the library basically.
Yeah.
He had everybody. Every known expert.
George Norrie's cool, but he's no Art Bell. People don't love George Norrie the way that they love
Art Bell was the GOAT, man. He was the GOAT of fucking paranormal radio.
He's the fucking GOAT.
It was conspiracies, paranormal.
So good.
It was always so entwined with like conspiracy theorists.
He would have a crazy dude on, and then he would have like a semi-sorted normal guy on.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd talk about interesting shit.
You could
and
tell.
then he would have a guy who was maybe a little bit out there,
Yeah.
but he was still grounded in reality. And then it would flip, and there'd be the guy who was just absolutely batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And he had a book to sell.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And there was always like a little bit of politics, not like politics like Democrat, Republican, but like politics among like a couple of the writers. Like,
exactly.
He told me his story. I'm not sure I believe, and it's like there's some drama going on there, and so he'll have them all on. Though.
Oh, yeah.
And
heard he fucked a goat,
Absolutely. It makes for a good show.
Yeah.
4 guys actually did. Well, that happened in India. Did you hear about that?
Dude, there's so much weird stuff that
So
happens.
there's a story.
Jesus,
Oh
this
my
thing.
God, what are you got? You got something pulled up?
Do you know what this is, Scott?
No.
So there's a story.
Is Mike Tyson punching a guy on an
well,
airplane
we
in
should-
the
I have
face?
that as well.
Yeah, we need to get to that too.
But there are
I heard of this.
So there
Where
were
these
4
dudes
men
gang raped this iguana.
This poor lizard in India. So it was
This poor lizard.
It was
I don't know
being
about you
taken
guys,
care of.
but-
It was in a habitat.
I'm harder than a diamond in an ice storm right now, just looking at that.
And so
thing.
these guys like fucking raped it and then
I'm
ate
sorry.
it. Like
What?
How do you even?
There are so many questions that I have about
very
this shit.
attractive.
Like, what makes 4 dudes go out and
damn
sexually
scales.
assault a lizard, man?
Who told?
Video cameras.
That's the fifth guy.
Yeah, there was
Okay, who's the rat?
There was video cameras.
Who's snitching over here
So
now?
somewhere like
Shit.
so wherever this lizard
Who
was,
told?
They totally tagged
the
somebody.
security cameras caught it all on film.
Oh my God.
Of them fucking molesting this damn thing.
Do they have? Is
This
the
has to
video
be
out?
against. Is this against the law? Like it feels like
It's bestiality,
in
right?
India
Isn't
it's
bestiality
not.
against
It
the
should
law?
be.
In some
I feel like in
places?
India it's not.
Well-
I feel like they're probably gonna get in trouble more for
Iguana
eating
rape is real.
well, I don't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have a bumper sticker on the back of my car. Actually.
It just
That's
feels like
exactly
from
what
a
it says.
humanity
Is
standpoint, like
it a
those are
bumper sticker
two.
of it's
Like those are
okay
the
to
two.
rape iguanas? Is
No,
that what
I
we're
said
doing?
no.
Not to be confused with dolphin rape.
So I have some
Yeah,
audio
that's not
right here
cool
of the instance. Here's the
Although we have
4
talked
men
about
arrested
dolphin rape on
for
this show
raping
before.
Bengal monitor lizard
Really
in
have.
Western India. Hello, welcome to my channel, Mr. King. 4 men have been arrested after one of the accused phones was discovered to contain a video of them gang raping a Bengal monitor lizard.
He's reading,
at the
some, he's
Saturday
reading
Night
someone
Live.
else's
So they-
article. It's
not
what
only
he's
did they
doing.
rape, they gang banged him. Like they gang banged, raped this fucking lizard, dude.
Wow.
In Maharashtra, India.
I can't.
It's the tongue,
CCTV
man. That's what
footage
happened. It was
from
the
the
tongue.
Maharashtra
That's
Forest
crazy.
I
Department
can't
showed
even.
the 4
So-
men lurking
I mean, I
around the
probably
forest.
could.
So if you
Trespass-
do that and then eat the animal afterwards, the victim animal afterwards, then if you put that into a human and human interaction where you rape somebody and then you eat them, that seems like that would be like one of the worst combinations of things you can do to somebody.
At least Jeffrey Dahmer waited until his victims were dead before he raped them.
Right. Right. So did these guys just like show up to work?
I think he may have done a little bit of both.
You know, like
yeah, I think it was both. Yeah,
like
I think it was both.
So they
like,
cooked the iguana
let's talk
after
to
they
the
raped
manager.
it?
Yes. So
okay,
they
so
raped,
there was no rape kit done.
Yes, they raped the iguana to death, and then.
But there was no rape kit done on the iguana.
No, because it was all eaten.
It was gone.
It was consumed.
It's hard. Hey, supply chain shortages. It's hard to find iguana rape kits these days.
Dude, that is the hardest snowball I've ever heard about. Yeah. Because you know they filled that thing up like a fucking cannoli and then ate it.
Jesus.
Iguana rape kits are like 4 months back ordered right now. You cannot find one.
Here's tons of protein.
They could have just cooked their dicks, but it would have been a small meal.
Exactly right.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like,
I mean, if you're gonna split roast it.
After they gangbang this thing and then they go to eat it, do they wash it off? I mean, like,
do you get leprosy?
Is that where leprosy comes from?
Right?
Maybe gonorrhea.
I heard that. I heard leprosy came from fucking the iguana.
Armadillos.
Armadillos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Armadillos. They say you can get leprosy from handling armadillos.
I once chased after.
But you can treat
leprosy.
leprosy
Fucking armadillo, you can get leprosy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you telling me as soon as that person died, they lose a limb just falling off? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, that kind of leprosy.
I mean, I think
God's way of telling you stop sticking your dick in shit.
There's ways to treat leprosy now. You don't have to. It's not a death sentence.
No, it's not. Not back in like Jesus' time.
I have no knowledge on the current state of leprosy.
Yeah, or armadillos.
It is a bacterial infection.
No, I know what
How's
I know what it
Scarlet Fever
is.
doing?
Yeah, I think we're good on scarlet fever. Actually,
I hope
we gotta,
so.
If anything of my sci-fi knowledge has told me, we got a little packet. You drink soup for 6 days, you're good to go.
Okay.
You know what's wild though? Chickenpox is gone.
I really don't need anything else to worry about.
Chickenpox is gone.
It's
I don't
gone.
need it.
Really? Like kids don't get chickenpox anymore?
No chickenpox?
Yeah, there's a vaccine.
The vaccination is like cleared it. I still have the scars from the shit. You know, they make you
have
go play together. Like, oh, they got. Get your ass over there and play with them.
Well,
so
now
you go
the
ahead and
big
catch and
push
get it out
is
of the way.
for all of us
basically,
because
that's what
we've
it does.
all had chicken pox. Now we're gonna get shingles.
I gave it to my.
I know, right?
I gave it to my stepmom. Chickenpox.
Bullshit.
She was a bitch though,
Bullshit
so I'm
shingles.
glad.
Well, it doesn't
glad I
guarantee
gave
you're
it to
gonna
her.
get shingles, though.
No,
right.
But it's still in you. You have the ability now.
It's out there.
Because I come from a generation where my mom would be like, "Oh shit, hey, does your kids have small, whatever kind of like small red itchy spots? Perfect, I'm coming over." And they would everyone would bring their kids over.
Right.
We were all at the same party getting chicken pox.
Or when hay fever came out.
I remember having chicken pox. Like I was really young, but I don't know. There's only one other time in my life I think I've ever been as sick.
Really?
Or remember feeling as sick as I felt having the chicken pox. I don't remember almost anything else from that early. But I remember having the chicken pox.
Yeah.
I just remember like my mom
putting it was that traumatic.
Stuck.
Yeah.
It stuck.
Yeah.
I just remember like my mom putting all that all that stuff on every spot of my body.
Yeah, I remember that a little bit.
And I was like,
yeah.
I feel like shit right now. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, the nausea.
I don't remember it being like super traumatic or anything.
That's good. That's good.
Everybody has a different reaction.
Yeah. I think it depends on when it happens too.
2, 1, smile.
I didn't get everybody. Sorry.
We're taking.
This is totally live on the air, by the way.
We're doing
Go
some
ahead and
live
keep talking,
shots.
guys.
We're doing some live shots.
Yeah.
Not alcohol shots.
No.
Photography shots.
There we go.
Scotty's a wizard over there on
No,
the Android.
no.
I think it's time to start a movement on against iguanas.
Iguanas.
Yeah,
I
think we need to, instead of, also
Mace.
save the jam, but we need to save iguanas and
Oh my
lizards,
God,
man.
we gotta have a live aid for lizards.
Well, I don't know if we need to save them, but we need to protect them. Apparently,
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be protected.
Or at least provide the rape kits.
Right?
Yes,
or a wall.
definitely the rape kit. I heard we have interpreters for lizards now, so I think they can actually explain themselves.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna have like Stevie Wonder and like fucking all these old school like
they need to all have a
rockers
whistle.
Come together, live aid, and
yes,
have a bunch
they need
of
to have a
fucking
whistle. Definitely,
bunch of like lizards up on stage like this one's for the lizards.
The Montel Jordan lizard comes
hands
in.
across America.
We are the children.
I'll say everyone gets a pink can of mace.
So let's start lizarding.
Oh my God.
There's some lizards out there.
Yeah, you're probably gonna need you're gonna need like Rihanna or you're gonna need Drake on that. Maybe Adele. You can get Adele or something to sing the hook.
Oh my God, she'd be beautiful.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's gonna be a hard
set that
sell,
up.
man. I gave you a whole verse.
We get Eddie Vedder,
and I was wanting to love it.
She's gonna be like, hello.
Eddie Vedder be like,
these lizards.
Like
Lizard, first time you in the mother of us lizards.
Yeah, because lizards
so
are
Pearl
rolling
Jam fans can
now.
send their hate mail to the old 77 podcast at gmail.com.
Everybody knows Eddie
Hold on,
Vedder.
I'm typing
you know.
it right now.
The words don't matter with him, right?
And the lizards would enjoy it.
They definitely would. That's a fan base, dude, that has never been tapped.
But honestly, like, you're with your
No,
friends.
it has actually
right?
now
like,
been tapped.
Think about it. These guys had
Totally
to,
been
like...
tapped. It's been tapped to death.
Oh, my God.
They had to plan this shit out, right? Be like,
Yes.
tonight we're going to go fuck a lizard.
Man, I got to be honest with you. That does not sound like a planned out. That sounds like a...
They totally
Here,
licked
man.
the
You know what?
frog
Let's fuck that
before they
lizard.
thought of
That ain't that.
Do they have
They
meth?
licked the frog before they
That's
actually did it.
bullshit.
Yeah, they're probably doing dick
Don't
dingers
blame
or something.
weed.
So it's those dudes right
But it
there.
sounds like a
Yeah.
bad weed idea. Because
Very.
I could see myself being in that particular situation. Like, you see that thing over there? But I could fuck it to death. Why? I don't know why.
Do they have meth in India?
Probably. Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
Totally.
they do.
It's got to be under another name.
Opium and meth.
I would do my best 7-Eleven voice, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that one. I won't do my Apu voice.
10 years ago, I would have, but not now.
Not today. It's too late.
Yeah, everybody's sensitive nowadays.
I wish Angel was here. He
We do enough voices on this show.
Yeah, no
That's all
shit.
I'm saying.
Jett,
I'm going to go fuck
Yeah.
that lizard
before
tonight.
we sign off tonight, tell us about the movie some more. As far as like,
Okay.
This is the Hot Ones challenge. Now that you're
I'm trying to
completely
plug you,
messed
bro.
up.
I'm like,
I'm
like
trying
yeah,
to
like,
plug you.
like my brain is
77,
still like
the
on
Soul
a
Graffiti.
crying virgin statue, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Then there's
I
a
just-
bunch of dudes raping a thing.
Right, yeah.
We
I'm still
By the
processing.
way, let's go back to
I'm
the movie here.
That-
yeah.
I'm processing it all.
we go so far.
Oh my God.
Are there any lizards in your movie that haven't been harmed?
These lizards have.
Oh
not
yeah,
been
there was a
harmed.
thing on the end credits.
I
think it was like
want to
two.
say yes.
No iguanas were.
Maybe 2.
I
There's a
wasn't
couple
there
that
every
got-
minute to
I mean, it was
supervise
pretty
them.
cold.
There was a lizard that got skull fucked. You know, you
I
can't
saw
help
the
that
time and
happen.
temp.
Wow. Was it in slow motion?
I don't know. It was Jett's at it.
Sometimes we go so
Yeah.
far out into left field that I'm like, oh God, I hope we don't forget to plug Jett's movie. 'cause
No,
this shit is
it's
good.
all good, man.
This shit is good. Woo!
Yes, absolutely.
We are. We got lopsided. Well, it's a cool down.
But
It
it's
is
good.
cool
That's
down.
what we do.
Yeah.
And coming up, we've got stuff planned for us too.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think Jett's going to be a part of it. Actually, I was talking to him about it, and he's like, "I want in on that."
Yeah.
Like, all right.
So are we going to talk about that?
Do you guys want to talk about
Absolutely.
that?
Yeah,
now? We
let's
can.
talk about
it's the
that.
old
So-
77 Wangs challenge.
Coming up, we're going to do
Wangs.
the Hot Wangs Trivia Challenge.
That's WANZ.
Hot
Your
wangs.
wangs are going to be on fire, boys. We're going to do
Wings
10
and
trivia
ding-dings.
questions.
We're not talking about herpes, are we?
No,
No, sir.
no, because that comes home from Vegas. We're going to do 10 wings, 10 trivia questions. Once you finish the wing, we ring in, give the question, you ring in, and we'll go to town. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be an event. We're designing it to make the most noise possible so we can draw a crowd.
And this is
Hell
called
no.
Tallywhackers?
Yes, Tallywhackers. It's
Tallywhackers.
brought to you by Raisin Sacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tallywhackers back in Ireland and Shannon Flanagan.
I'll punch you right in your fucking mouth, you sons of bitches. Bring it on over here, you shite cunt.
So we have what episode is that going to be?
I don't know yet. I have not done the math.
Yeah. Let's see.
We're still shooting logistics right now.
Yeah, we're still.
Because
Yeah. Soon to come.
we're gonna prepare.
We're
Yeah.
looking at June 5th.
Yes.
It's a
Soon to
Saturday.
come. Yeah.
It'll be
And,
4th or 5th.
Big Philly Mike will be in town.
Yes, we
That's
have.
right.
We have a
Yeah.
dude flying in from Philly for it.
Nice.
My
Right
best
now,
friend.
there's 7
Yeah.
dudes.
Big
we're
Philly
gonna cook
Mike.
100 wings.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
So this is a national deal then.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We
Got
could
some-
probably get Coke in on this.
Absolutely.
Get the best of the best
Yeah.
Maybe
from
some-
from all corners of the country.
Right?
I've sent an email to
Yes.
Bezos. Haven't gotten a response yet, but I'm
Maybe get
confident
some-
he'll come
I'm
through.
sure he's
Buffalo
working on it.
Wild.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the time that he
Wingstop.
actually sits down and looks
Wingstop.
at his email?
He's too
Oh,
busy,
yeah.
you know, flying in a spaceship that looks like a dick.
Yeah.
He's too worried about Leo fucking stealing his girl.
Yeah. Well,
Poor
Leo
bastard.
steals anyway.
His wife was like,
I
I
think that's-
fucking.
We
Leo
should
that.
all
It's
be
just
worried about
inevitable.
Leo.
Leo
stealing our
shows
girl.
up. It's like shit. Get the milkshake off the yard.
He's like
You're done.
Enrique.
You know, I honestly, I think Jeff
That's too much. I'm
Bezos.
fucking you.
Your panties will fall when I start talking.
I think people like Elon and Jeff Bezos, like those level of people. I don't think their smartphones, their personal phones, have anything on it.
They can't.
Like they have maybe a couple apps.
They gotta have burners.
You know, yeah, like
to their handler.
Yeah, they've got all of that stuff. They have a few numbers. You know, just very small circle of people, and so yeah, they're probably pretty disconnected.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of it's by choice with those people in the tech industry.
Well, you
too.
kind of have to be, too.
And they don't want their kids spending too much time. On the programs that they design.
It's so hard though, because it's culture now. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
not
unavoidable.
Yeah, it's not you get a choice.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly feel like electric cars, like eventually, it's like you're not going to get a choice. Like that's just what it's.
I can't wait to just hop in and be like, take me there.
Dude, one day you're gonna like have an app on your phone,
like a self-driving.
You'll just hit it, schedule a car, it'll show up.
Right, like you can't say no to electric car. Like you don't get the choice.
Right.
Like it's what's going to happen.
No way.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just really fascinating how, especially with tech, like how far it can go, man.
Dude, shit's
Kinda
gonna get
leave you in
weird.
the dust.
Shit's gonna get
Well,
real.
You can get lost quick.
If everyone's gonna have an electric car, the price has to fucking drop.
Oh, it will.
Yeah.
It will.
It is slowly.
Yeah, I mean, I think
the
it's
new base will be the standard.
I think a lot of people are comparing the beginning of this industry, the electric car industry, to the current state of the gas-powered auto industry. But really, they should compare it to the beginning of the gas-powered auto industry, which was there's no gas stations anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
You're lucky if you had a car.
Yeah.
You know, all of those things. And that's really what we're doing with the
With
only thing
electric
that we
cars.
have is the roads.
Yeah.
Like the infrastructure is still the same, but we're changing the tech like completely.
I'm starting to see more and more Teslas on the road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're definitely out
Oh
there.
yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
They're
Yeah.
definitely out there. I think nationally it's still like 6% or lower.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
so
sure,
so
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely like not taking over the world.
But even
this is exactly
not
why
affordable.
I fucking
Even though
love this
Elon
show.
Musk is trying to.
We go from talking about Teslas and Wangs being out and everything. Oh God, we go all over the fucking place.
Well, there's another like we're talking about phones and like how great technology is. Someone caught Mike Tyson beating someone.
Oh, yes.
So this guy,
the champ, man.
I still haven't seen this video. I'm so excited.
So the
about it.
passenger who got beat up by Mike Tyson on the plane, he deserved it, by the way.
Mike Tyson, everybody.
Okay.
Mike Tyson beat up a guy in public on a plane, and it was glorious.
And here's my thing.
I can't wait to see this.
Why are you talking shit to Mike Tyson?
With me.
Don't fuck with him.
Don't be fucking with me now.
Hey guys. Yeah, we're gonna
blow that shit up, Maddie. I want to see it on the big
obtained
screen.
cell phone video of the confrontation. It happened last night as Tyson was set to fly out of SFO to Florida. He was
he's talking mad shit.
in San Francisco to
Yeah,
attend
what
the
a
420
douchebag.
Cannabis Festival. According to TMZ,
to a
Tyson
cannabis
took
festival.
a selfie with a man who was extremely intoxicated. The man sat behind
Yeah, get him,
Tyson
Mike.
and continued trying to talk to him. Tyson told the man to stop talking, and when he didn't, Tyson punched the man in the face a number of times. The man received medical attention and went to the police.
That's Mike
According to
Tyson.
the TSA, there were no arrests made.
Settle down,
I
Iron
fucked
Mike.
him up.
What a dumb fuck.
No one
told you to
questioned whether
stop
fucked
talking
him
to
up
me.
Or not, but I mean, literally, like you lost
I
your
told you
cool
stop
and that
talking to
dude
me.
got
Don't talk to
everything.
me.
Yeah.
You're
Why are
saying like
I don't care how much you
you're
drink.
saying like
You don't
he's gonna
talk to
get
me.
paid now. Is that what you're saying?
That guy got what he wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, he deserved it.
Recognition,
He
viral, all
definitely
of that.
deserved it.
Yeah. That's
Just
a good
don't
point.
harass the guy. He won't turn around and beat your ass.
Well, here's kind of the
How
question.
you gonna harass the guy that hands are
I think it's cool.
licensed, man? Like, what were we doing?
well, here's the question: like, does Mike Tyson, with a record, especially one of physical incarcerations,
Yes.
does this hurt him in a different way?
No.
Because at the end of the day,
He'll be all right.
for sure. Well, you like to think that he would, but
He
because
will.
he's a different person. But the fact is, on an airplane in public, someone was talking shit to him, and he actually
it was
turned
this
around.
fucking-
Yeah,
Look at his face.
No
he
doubt.
deserved all of that. Yeah, look at his face.
No, yeah, but deserves got nothing to do with it.
Right.
You won't tell me
Yeah.
that you wouldn't punch that guy in his face?
No, I didn't say that either.
Yeah, but we've
I'm not
seen
Mike
that
Tyson.
before. It'd
I'm
be
not
a
Mike
lot
Tyson.
cooler
He
to-
does have a very punchable
We were
face.
we were talking actually off mic about this
We
earlier,
were, yeah,
Franny and
we
I,
were,
where
yeah.
I don't know if this happens if what happened at the Oscars didn't happen.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I
don't
kind of
think
agree with that. I agree with that.
I don't think Mike Tyson would have done that if he didn't feel like maybe
we could get away with it.
There was that grain was now possible. I don't think it's the last time.
But I think this guy
people are gonna hit people.
I think this guy had it coming.
No, they
You're
are
probably right. Yeah.
You know, I think this guy had it coming no matter what, man.
Not on TV. Though.
Yes, he did.
Not on TV.
Yeah.
Well, he was pretty drunk. They think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see his face.
Oh, he was. He was.
regretted.
It was the worst. Yeah, TMZ has a full video with all the natural audio, and this dude is just outrageously annoying. And Mike is kind of trying to be cool. Mike's trying to be cool. He's like looking over his shoulder.
That was me.
He's like looking over his shoulder, and he's being like, yeah. You know, trying to kind of blow him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
And
I
the
don't feel
guy
sorry for
starts
the kid.
yelling in his ear, and you're Mike Tyson, man.
Tyson.
Like I'm sure he's sitting there the whole time, like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then he said the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because you could tell he was trying to just ignore the dude.
He tried.
Right, but he could have literally just dog walked him, like grabbed him by the back
Right.
of the
Right.
neck and walked him out like, little boy, you
For
don't
sure.
want this.
Yeah.
Instead of like pummeling him.
Or just take off his shirt.
Had to have
Just
been
take off
said.
his shirt.
Something
and just
had
be
to
like,
have been said.
Do we know?
No, yeah, it was
Does he have-
something that made him flip out.
Does
Yeah.
he have both of his ears?
I was wondering, like, I wonder if he was
He
closed
said,
fist.
"Now you biting you out crazy."
Think he was closed fist,
I
or
don't
think
know,
he was
man.
slapping him?
Like Tyson.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me. Now he couldn't
Yeah.
get extension.
You couldn't see from the angle for
Yeah.
sure, right? If he
That's not
was.
even
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, I mean,
he's not
he's throwing baby
swollen.
jabs. He's throwing
Yeah.
baby jabs, but still, those are Mike Tyson baby jabs,
Absolutely, man.
That's a different level.
Oh yeah, they kind of
I
lucky
played,
that it was
I
baby
played
jabs.
Punch Out, man. I know.
Right,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
all about
Oh,
those Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you've had
One
a lot of
punch,
hours.
you're out of there.
Yeah, you took Lil Mac to
Yeah,
the
Lil
top. I
Mac is
remember
out of
that.
there. Yeah.
True story.
Big sports.
True story.
moment.
I used to play the shit out of Mike Tyson's Punch Out when I was a kid. I beat it one time. Then I
Dude.
never played it again.
But you don't need to be. You
Right?
don't need-
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
not true.
Revenge,
Actually, that's not
man.
true because my kid just got a Nintendo Switch and I've been playing Punch Out.
Are there any? Okay, are you guys all Nintendo guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Old school
yeah.
Nintendo.
Grew
okay.
up with old
So
school
Yeah, oh,
in
yeah.
the movie, the Andy and Randy characters are actually named after the final bosses in Nintendo's River City Ransom.
Are you serious?
If anyone ever
Wow.
played
Nice,
River
I
City,
did play it. That game was a fucking
it was
meat grinder.
it was a great game.
Woo.
The Dragon Twins.
Yes.
Randy and Andy.
I have a Nintendo. and a bunch of
Nice.
games.
I've got
Is it
one
an
out here,
original
man.
Nintendo? Like an original Nintendo from way back in the day? Or is it
Oh,
like
yeah.
a. Like
No, I bought the retro bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
those
I
are
don't have
nice
my
too.
old
those
one.
things are hard to find.
Yeah.
But I got, well, no, Amazon.
Yeah, you can find them.
Yeah, but they're like $300, right?
No.
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. I was thinking about like the
And it's the top loader, the one that lasts longer, not the
Oh,
fucking
nice.
bullshit.
Those
so,
are yeah. Those
I
are
got
the
it,
good
and
ones.
it's in like Tiffany's blue with pink.
Ah.
It's tight.
It's
And-
designer.
Okay, and I've
Designer
got
Nintendo.
like Battletoads, Tiger Heli.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Tiger Halo. Yeah,
Mario
I put in a
1,
lot of.
3, I've got Spy vs. Spy.
Nice.
I remember that game. Jesus.
Bayou Billy, get that up in there.
I got that. I got
Yeah.
that.
What was the worst? What was the most disappointing
DuckTales.
game that you ever played?
Teenage
where you were
Mutant
excited to
Ninja
rent it.
Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, really? The first Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles?
Dude, the first Ninja Turtles was hard as fuck.
Right?
It was hard, yeah.
God, it was terrible.
Hudson's Adventure Island was that for me. I hated
loved
it.
Who
that
Framed
game.
Roger Rabbit?
That game was
That one
hard.
pissed
Oh,
me
yeah.
off because the weasels would come around. I'm like, what fucking door do I go in?
Yeah. I wasn't that excited about the Batman game either.
You know what it was for me?
Oh, I remember the
Track and
Batman
field.
game.
Yeah, I wasn't that excited about that one either.
Mine is actually Super Nintendo.
Okay.
As these guys know, I loved Mortal Kombat as a kid. The version that came out on Super Nintendo was not
Right, yeah.
anything like the
It had to be
arcade
tamed
version.
down, yeah.
It wasn't even just that they took the blood out. It
Nah.
was just the gameplay was fucking
Yeah.
horrific. It was nothing like the arcade. And the Sega Genesis version wasn't that much better. But
Right.
at least they had
But
the
it was
blood.
better.
They had the
Yeah.
blood.
Street
Yeah,
Fighter
it
was
was a little bit
pretty
better.
kick-ass.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah,
when Sega
Street
Genesis hit the scene, man, it was like lights out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like
those
everyone-
Sonic games were
It was
the
all
shit.
about Nintendo, and then Sega came out and was like,
Donkey Kong. and
hey,
shit.
it's
Yeah,
our
well, that's
time.
Nintendo. Donkey
Yeah.
Kong.
EA Sports, Jod Madden football,
All that shit
NHL
started- yeah.
hockey, all that stuff just like came out, and it just changed. It just
TNC
changed the whole fucking
Surf
game,
Shop.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never
John
had,
Madden,
I
that
never
was
had a Genesis.
I had like the first like 14 John Maddens.
Yeah.
And then I just like gave up on video.
I played them
Oh,
all,
yeah.
man. I
Fuck,
remember
man.
all those soundtracks too.
Right.
Still to this day, man. If I hear certain songs on on the radio or in a playlist or whatever, I'm just like, ha, that's Madden.
Tecmo
Ball.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
Kind of like NBA 2K. Like they had certain songs. I'd be like, yeah, I heard that on there.
MLB The Show 14.
See, for me, it's like, I remember that 8-bit song on Blades of Steel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
I've discovered a lot of hip hop I never would have found.
Yep.
If not for
that shit.
Well, yeah, and if not for video games.
PlayStation.
Artists that I never would have found.
Actually, watching the movie Rory, watching the movie Lucy.
I couldn't play Resident Evil or Tomb Raider like in certain spot, like in the dark, because it would freak me the fuck out because it was so much different. Like it was.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Tomb Raider was fantastic, especially when it came time for like light and they really got the Twisted Metal Black, fucking Sweet Tooth come running at you. That goddamn clown.
Yeah.
I would just like to say, as a man, it's rare that I run into females that know as much about video games as Serena knows about video games.
You are awesome for that.
Which is cool. Which is cool. Yeah, seriously. Why do you think that is? Why is video games mostly a thing that dudes are into?
Because women don't really play them as much.
I like the older video games.
We know that, but why?
I don't really care for the newer ones, like the running around mindless shooting and killing shit. Like I was telling Jett earlier, I like the building, creating type shit. Not much of a destruction.
Like Zelda was amazing.
I loved
Sims. Zelda was
awesome. Sims, like Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Link
I'm
don't
a
like
builder
to be
game
called
type
Zelda.
too. I love building cities.
Link definitely don't want to be called Zelda.
I love it. I love that stuff.
As a little
man.
kid,
all that control, you know.
I got roller coaster.
You women
tycoon.
in your control.
Dude, I'll spend weeks, man. Weeks building the perfect thing, and then once it's done, I watch it for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, smoke a cigarette, enjoy my moment. New game. Let's start right back.
New game.
I'm not gonna lie, fellas. It's midnight. When I get home, I'm gonna be doing some fucking virtual bowling tonight.
Attaboy.
My high score is like a 220. I bowled a 220.
Dave will be doing some virtual
It's super realistic. Like the only thing that makes you know that you're not really bowling when you play that game is obviously the fact that you don't have a fucking bowling ball in your hand. But other than that, like, it's fucking realistic.
Have you done the lightsaber game yet?
Beat Saber, dude. I've done Beat Saber.
That's awesome, cool. Dude. I've seen that.
That's the one my wife loves.
I played that. I'm like,
I need to play it too because I'm a musician.
You're like on the fucking Blue Man.
By the way, I don't know if you guys remember this. You're old school Learfielders, but still to this day, I know we've had different phones since then. It's years ago. Still to this day, one of the best apps to keep on your phone is a lightsaber app.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that week? I think like I brought a lightsaber app on my phone, and all of a sudden it was like
it was everywhere.
By the end of the afternoon, everyone.
Dude, Nichols and I had like a lightsaber fight.
You guys were always.
You turn the lights out and it flashes. Oh, it's so good.
Like I would spin and like push them, and then like use my lightsaber.
Oh yes.
On them.
This is not a lightsaber game, but this is one that I think is pretty fucking dope.
It was the most ridiculous.
You just put your finger. There's a whole bunch of different settings.
Just put your finger in it.
It's pretty cool if you turn all the lights off in the room. It's called what the fuck is it called? I'll tell you. I think it's called Fluid. Fluid. Hey, talk about words that sound kind of gross.
Yeah, that's a very sterile medical term right there. Fluid.
Fluid. Yeah.
Yikes.
Fluid sounds very medical.
Moist.
Yeah. Like if somebody's referring to some fluid,
it's not a great
about
word.
you. It's not. It's not good for you,
bro. You're like, tell me more.
There's never good fluid. I'm just saying, man.
There isn't. Whether it's going in or coming out.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh, just clean that up.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you can't be living with fluids.
Nope.
Whatever they are.
Because it's moist.
Fluid. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, what's wrong? Well, he's on fluids.
Yeah.
Oh, quick, let's pump fluids.
He's about to die. What am I hearing? Am I hearing bump
music? We are hearing the music because that's... Holy crap, fellas, we're out of time.
Time to end it, guys.
We're out of time.
That's it.
This was awesome.
That's the orchestra.
Don't forget the midnight
I
local
love
news
you guys.
is coming up next.
I love all of you guys, man. Y'all are the best.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show, brother.
Episode 101 in the books.
We are in the books.
Thanks to Serena, first-time guest on the show.
Thank you, Serena, for coming out
It
tonight.
was awesome.
Thanks to Vision.
Yeah. I'm
You're like a third or fourth-time guest at this point.
I'm ready to record whenever you guys are. So.
All right, bro.
Right on.
That's good, man.
Yeah, same
We'll
here.
see you again, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure.
Hey, big ups to all our Patreon patrons. The platform over here.
The platform.
Chess Team Records.
Yeah, there you go.
Dub I.Z.
Oh, our boy Taylor, the Biscuit of Strength.
The Biscuit of Strength.
Jeff City Paranormal Society.
In the Groove Records.
JT, the Paranormal Son.
Yep. I think
that
that's all of them.
Yes.
All right.
What do you think of Jamie, by the way, in the movie? Jamie Rector in
fucking
the movie?
hilarious. He was great.
He was the random guy.
I loved
Out
it.
of nowhere,
Alex
there's
was funny,
Jamie.
too.
He was
Yeah,
a random
He was
guy.
slaying it.
That was one of my
Alex was
biggest
funny.
laughs in that.
I laughed
was
hard.
Jamie's scene.
Yeah.
That first one that he was in. I love it. All right, guys.
Just flipping through it.
I thank y'all so much.
Episode 101 is in the books.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, this was beautiful.
Peace out, y'all.
Yeah, we'll see
See
y'all
y'all.
next week.
Peace.
Yes.
Bye. We out.